everyone, and welcome back one more time to the...
Going background there.
Teams we did not expect to see here.
So
moved on that we also didn't expect. This is just
Hi.
the final example of how
I have no analysis coming for the next 6 games. Do not ask me. I don't care.
What's
I am in
up?
survival mode.
Donnie is in survival mode. We're just focusing on having a good time.
I am on the depths of being very ill, and
What's
I'm
up?
not kidding.
What's up, boys and girls?
He sounds ill.
Donnie has
I'm
fallen
done.
ill.
And he's fucking sick. And, like, I mean, in both ways. Like, he's hella dope, but also
that guy.
sick.
That
He's
is very
taken
ill.
low health. He's taken low health. He's fully cracked,
He
and he
needs
has
a
no
stim
shield
pack.
batteries.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch these games. There might not be very much energy, but we're gonna power through it because we said we were gonna do it. We said we had a mission. We're sticking to the mission.
The mission is here.
The mission is here.
I'm not gonna lie, if I was not with these two and I was watching this at home, I would not be fucking watching this. But we are here.
We are alive.
We are alive.
Yeah, we are alive.
But barely breathing.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I got my spot.
maybe to try to find a little energy here. It is the
Try our
last elimination round before we are headed to finals, gentlemen.
Yeah. And the craziest thing about that last lobby was I think I called it perfectly. I said the teams that you would expect to make it, they're going to make it. And that's exactly what happened. Falcons comes out right off the rip. They immediately start ripping off kills, ripping off wins. All right. Did they actually get a win in that first one? I don't think they actually won a game, but they got so many kills. Falcons?
Falcons won one.
They won
won
one?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they come out. Alliance also does really well. Shopify, I think, barely made it in. I think they were the final like cutoff
On the
point.
tiebreaker.
But they won it off the tiebreaker. They made it in. So I mean, technically, my analysis ranged true. They ended up making it. They did just enough to get in. But there it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping track of our top 5s right now. Currently, all 7 of my teams are still alive. 4 of my 5 have already advanced to finals. So
Nice.
shout out for that. I just have, I believe, SAUL, Crazy Thieves, and Fnatic will be competing in this lobby to see
Yeah.
if I go 7 for 7.
So I need NIP to show up right now. I need SAUL to show up right now. And I need Wolves to show up right now. And I need just about everybody to show up right now.
Yeah.
I think only 2 of my teams are actually in. Is E36 in finals? Okay,
Yes.
so out of my 7 teams, I got 3 of them in.
There you go.
So Citadel Gaming, man.
And it's going to be a
Fall from
really
grace a little
tough
bit.
battle. So let's
Yeah.
start
Unlimit,
talking about
actually,
some of
big
these
fall from
teams.
But
grace.
yeah,
If we're
Limit
talking about
and
teams that were
Citadel,
able
they
to
were both
find a
right
little
next
bit
to
of
each
success, I
other
think I'm gonna start things off
from the
with
group
Mike.
stages.
Talking about
But that just goes to show what
FBI,
happens here,
because
man.
they were a team that made their way through out of
Goodness.
round 1, and they were able to bookend their performance
Yeah,
with
but what a
wins,
time
which sounds
to be
good
alive.
on an overarching level, right? As we get to see these elimination round
All right, so
results.
Elim
They end
round
up at the
1.
top. They secure themselves 53 points, but you can see just how close
SBI
this lobby
Esports
was.
made it
Second
in.
and third
Aurora
then
made it in.
only
Actually, I should talk
separated by
about the teams
1
that
point
didn't make it
apiece.
in.
And
Riddle Order
specifically when it
misses by
relates to
1
SBI,
point.
the
Liquid Alienware
performance
probably the
between
biggest
those two
story
wins
not making
was
it.
not
They're
great.
probably
And one
going to
of the things they're always
recalibrate going
talking
into year
about when it
6.
comes
Men of
to
culture
Sentinels.
rock.
legends
Yeah.
is that
Men of
consistency.
Culture,
Not
that's
only
one where they
do
didn't
you
make
need
it,
to
but
be
you
able
can't be
to
too upset about
find
it.
the
Yeah.
points
They had
when it
everything
matters,
stacked
but you
against
have to
them.
keep yourself in a
Yeah.
spot
It is
to be able to
frustrating, don't
close
get me
those games
wrong.
out once you get
Definitely
past that
frustrating, but you got to feel
and
good
they
if you're
are
Men of
really
Culture.
needing to kind of find
Yeah,
that
definitely be a team. We'll
rhythm,
see if they end up
not
sticking
just
together next
in
year.
a game here
Just because,
or a
again, who
game
knows, maybe
there.
someone gets
So
poached
this is
or they
going
decide to
be
go
an
with some different
interesting
options.
team
And
for me because
obviously, some of those
they
players are
illustrate
younger
that
as
they're
well, still in
capable
school.
of
So we'll
finding
see
that
if that
success
ends up being a
with those two
factor.
wins. They just need
But
to be able to
again, a
replicate
team that if they do
just a
decide to stick
bit
together
more
could be invited to
consistently.
Pro
They were able
League.
to get
So we'll
decent
have to
amount of
see
safety. I believe it was
what
12,
happens
I
with
think
them.
10 in
But
the second
definitely a
win
valiant,
as well.
valiant
So they are
effort
getting those
on
points
their
on the
part. But
board.
yeah, some of the big
But you
surprises,
have
obviously, from that first lobby, SBI
in the
Esports.
upper echelon of Apex Legends with
Pretty big
the
surprise and
likes
not expecting to
of
pop
the
off
Hells and the Zeros,
as
who
big
is
as they did.
just a little
But
bit
so
more
we'll
on
see
top
them
of it. But
back
they
in
are
this lobby
definitely
for a
squad that I
chance to
wanted
make
keep my eyes
finals,
on, especially
which would
coming out
be
of
a
that
huge
Elim round
accomplishment
2. But there are a
for
couple
this
other
roster.
squads that we want to touch on
But yeah,
here
we'll definitely
as
keep an
well.
eye on these guys to
Specifically,
see if
another
they can
team that is
repeat
also coming out of
the
Elim
same
round
sort
1. So
of
talk to me a
performance
little bit
here.
here.
Obviously, I
Some
wouldn't
numbers on
highly
for SBI
suggest
to kind
banking
of put a
on
little bow
getting
on
2
all of this
massive
as well.
wins
Graceful, I'm
as
gonna
your only
touch
way
it
to
with you.
qualify,
Who would you
but
like to talk about?
at least worked in that last round. So we'll see what they are able to do here. But again, we'll 6 games once again with our 10 teams that made top 10 from our first lobby, and then the 10 teams that were in the bottom 10 of our second lobby there. And again, the stakes, you have to finish top 10 in order to make finals. Bottom 10 here do go home. They get a little bit of money this time around, but definitely not probably worth as much as you'd want when you come overseas to Japan. But again, got to be typically in the past the most difficult lobby that you'll play at in this land.
Yeah, and this is my favorite lobby to watch every single year because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is the ultimate test of if you can make it in or not. This is why I love this format so much. I think EWC is interesting to have once a year, but this is the best. This is the best one. This is the one I'm most excited for all the time. This is my favorite lobby. It even beats out finals for me. I love watching Elim round 2. It's my favorite thing in the world. So we'll see what we got here. We should have some interesting matchups. We do have some prize picks we'll go through. Do not feel like writing them on the whiteboard. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, I'm not writing.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
writing
feel like
down
writing
shit.
them on the whiteboard. But we are here and we are ready to go.
I picked mine at random, so I had no clue. Closed my eyes, scrolled up and down, then picked one, opened my eyes, selected it.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
But yeah, for those who maybe need a reminder of who will be in this lobby, I know they're kind of highlighting some of the teams here from the first lobby, but we'll be seeing Aurora, Boogie Borders, Citadel, Crazy Thieves, FaZe, Five Fierce, Fnatic, Fire Strays, Grow Gaming, Kinotrope, Legacy, NIP, Oblivion, SAUL, SBI, Serial, Team Mango, Unlimit, VK Gaming, and Wolves Esports. And I mean, just running down that list, guys, there's going to be some big names, once again, that will not be making finals.
Yeah, there's going to be some big names here, boys.
Like you mentioned, Jayhawk, there are
The
some
Hawk.
big names,
The
especially
Hawk.
when
The
it
Hawk
comes to
himself.
local hometown heroes
If you guys
here,
want analysis,
in
just
this
listen to him. I
Absolutely.
just
I
got
wanna
nothing right
compare
now.
and contrast Fnatic and Unlimit. Obviously, these two teams feel a little bit different, but I think there's a lot of similarities across the board for both of them. Number one, obviously,
And he
they're
didn't
both
shut the
from
door all the way.
They're
Sorry.
very young rosters
Oh.
outside of you.
I
We
don't
have
know.
Libel, Ace, Peace, Yalari, man. All of these players incredibly young and have a lot of potential, but I think a lot of people have started to view that potential maybe a little too quickly. Unlimit specifically, I was a little worried coming into this tournament that when they get to the winners finals lobby, when they get to these elim lobbies where a lot of teams are no longer going to be making some of the decisions out on the edge that they were making during groups, how do they respond? Unfortunately, in that last lobby, they didn't do very well. And the same goes for Fnatic, but I think the one good thing for both teams is for Fnatic, obviously, they have Yuka F, and he's been in these moments a lot. So he has the experience to get his young players through this. Unlimit doesn't necessarily have that, but on the other side of that, they have the better draft position. So at the second overall pick, they are able to get Sky West Trials. So you want to talk about loot on World's Edge? That's the place that you want to be if you're Unlimit. And so maybe that extra loot can be something that can sustain them throughout the game. And also, I do think that depending on how they adapt in this lobby, especially how quickly they can do it from what happened last time, that's going to set the tone for them early. If we see Unlimit being aggressive and going back to what was working in the groups, where they're taking smart fights and then being able to transition that late into end games, Unlimit can be a force. And we obviously have seen that plenty of times. Fnatic is maybe a little bit more of a question mark because they don't have as much firepower, but with Yuka, I think that he can get them into good spots in end games. And we've seen glimpses from those two young players in Colonel Garcia and Libel Ace. So if they can just capture some of those moments,
Shout out
here,
Colonel Garcia.
they could be making it to the
An
finals.
incredible name.
Yeah, I
What
love
a
that.
guy.
That's a really
Incredible
good
name.
sign.
Absolutely.
Definitely not there when you need him, but you know what? Great guy.
Oh,
One more
man.
look, Jayhawk, at specifically Unlimit. I think we might have some numbers that we could potentially look out here for them, because I think one thing that we need to remind everybody at home when it comes to this squad as well is that if we're going back
Are
to
we
the
trying to
group
hit
stage
at something here? I'm
competition,
so
they were
lost.
someone who was
No, I think she
absolutely
got tripped
dominating.
up.
They were steamrolling
Absolutely.
through everything, and now we're looking at them, except we found them here in elimination
Yeah.
round
So remember,
2. So
Kyle,
maybe a
there's
little bit
a
of fall from
producer
grace, and
in your
maybe also a
ear
slightly unexpected
telling
one
you
after what we saw
stuff
previously.
also
I
as you're
think the key
trying
for
to
them
speak.
was in the group
Ah.
stage, they were
So there was
converting a lot
probably a
of these
producer
mid-game
telling her
fights
something,
and
and
getting
she was
positions where they were able to
already
close
had her
those out
mind on
into
something
games.
else, and
And
they're
so
like,
we
no, no,
saw
no, no,
them
no, no, no,
getting
go
in that
back, go back, go back.
content a lot more
And then
consistently.
she had to
Once they
focus
got
up
there, they were
and
able
like try to
exit
switch
first
it.
person in a really
And
big
Jay's
way.
hearing the same
When they got
thing,
into that winners
so he
lobby,
probably
the lobby
knows.
becomes a lot more
Hmm.
condensed, where teams are rotating a lot more quickly.
When I saw
and
it
a lot of these
interesting is
IGLs are
like they
smarter,
had brought
so
up
they
a
know, okay,
team
if we take
when they were
this fight
talking
on
about
the edge,
Unlimit,
they
and it
have
was
a
not
Falcons
Unlimit.
or an
Yeah.
So
Algs
I
or
feel like
somebody
the
else
producer
that is
probably,
lurking. And so we
or
don't
not
want to fight
producer, but
Unlimit
somebody in the
here
back
because
end
first off,
probably
we know
brought
what
up the
they're
wrong
good,
image.
but also we
So,
know there's other teams that are potentially going to sniff this out. And
but
so
anyway.
we need to just rotate. So a lot of times these teams in these winners bracket lobbies, they're playing a lot more foundational Apex. The macro is
And
much
also, like
stronger,
in your
which I
ear, they'll
think
be
leaves
they'll be
Unlimited a
like 30
spot where
seconds,
they're not having to run into
25
a
seconds,
more
Yeah.
compact of a lobby when
15
they get to them.
seconds.
Sure, there's more
Damn.
space,
and they're just
there's
hitting
more
you
room, they
all
have
the
more time
time.
to maneuver, but the macro is a lot
Yep.
harder.
They'll be
because
like,
when they
plug
finally
this,
get to those mid-game fights, there's more
all that
teams
kind of
alive.
I think
stuff.
I'd be
And these
it'd be
are
really
even
hard for me
better
not
teams
to
that we saw in
reply to
group
them.
stages, the best of the best. And so
Sometimes people
that's what I'm
do.
talking about. They have
Like
to
10
adapt
seconds, that's
quickly
kind of hot.
because
I went on
they
ESPN
did
radio
work in the
once.
winners bracket, and unfortunately,
I went on
they're
ESPN
coming off
radio
mid-season
once to talk
playoffs where
hockey,
they got 36. It
and
didn't work there
that
either.
that was
And they're
like
such a young team. They've
I got
existed
through
in
it,
third
but
lane
it is
never. I
definitely
think they've
jarring at first.
ascended so quickly
Yeah.
that
It's something
people
you have to
forget
get used to.
that.
It's not just
And
something
so
you can
this is
just
a
rip.
very important moment in terms of their careers.
Yeah,
And this is
definitely a
the
lot
perfect segue
going
that we
on
can
at
now jump
times.
onto you, Eric, because
Talk
you're
about
going to be
this.
talking about a
30
team who was
seconds
kind
left.
of in a similar situation when it comes to finding that group stage
Almost dead,
success.
but we're
Yeah,
live.
Citadel Gaming is who I'm
Nice.
going to be talking about a little bit, and this roster has been one of the more interesting
Walty
stories for me as
tweets
you know, a
out,
previous
teammates are
professional player,
generally
because
cheating,
they
excited for
started
finals
as
tomorrow.
strong as you can possibly imagine. In their first 2 rounds, they got
He
132
I mean,
points,
he's played good
which
too.
just automatically put
yeah,
them into
I
the winner
thought so.
bracket, so they didn't have as much to worry about. Since then, in the last 2 lobbies, only 48 points across both of
McLovin
those.
said,
So
"Old
you don't
NIP
really
coming
wanna
back
start
for
a
this
tournament
set. You will
backwards. You
see
kinda
us
wish
in
it was the other way around,
finals."
where you start slower and then you gain
I
momentum going
really
into
want
these
that to
lobbies.
happen
But
because
for
the
them
fact
to
that
start
Rock's
so
not
strong
here
and then go
really
backwards,
is
you kinda
upsetting
think
to
of
me.
yourself,
Dude,
everything
makes
you
me
did
so
was
sad,
working.
It
bro.
makes
You
me
obviously don't
so
change up your
sad,
gameplay
man.
when
I was
it's working
pulling
that
for
well, but
deeds.
if you continue doing the same things and it
My
stops
boy
working, you're kinda
Vaxlon.
asking yourself, oh boy, we don't have
Dude,
a backup plan. This was our plan the
man,
whole time, and now for them,
I feel really
the
sad
best
for
thing that they can
Sentinels
take out of
too.
this is
They
because
had
they did
such
so
a good
well in
year.
the group stages, they at least got the first pick when it came to the map selections and
sure.
POIs. So
Bro,
that's the
you want
best
to
that
talk
they can get
about,
out
you
of
know,
this,
we don't
because
want to
it
like
just gives them
sit
a
here and
little
just
more confidence
glaze
as a team
Hal
to
out
come
the
in,
ass.
maybe take a breath and say, okay,
But
you know,
like,
we
go,
2 and
I have
2
to
on,
look
you know,
this
where
up
they've
real
done. They've
quick
done well, they've done bad.
because
Now it's time
going
to get that momentum
into
back into the series
that
where it's the
last
most
set,
important. They take
he was
these losses. Hopefully they
17
were able
kill
to just
or
recuperate,
17 kills
you know,
away
get back into this,
from
and now we're in
eclipsing
the most important match
2,000
of the tournament
career
so far for
kills.
them. And
Gosh,
really
That's
what it's
crazy.
down to.
Yeah, I think that this
So he's
is just
gonna hit
illustrating
that
to some
probably, in this tournament.
Well, let me see what he got last set. So he got 9.
He's gonna get
So he
it.
just needs 8 kills in the finals to eclipse 2,000 kills.
He's gonna get it
on the all-time ALGS kills leaderboard.
Damn.
Just FYI, so it was 1,983 is what he had going to that set. 0 is in second all-time with 1,694.
Damn, that crowd is full.
It's fucking full. Kyle, I don't remember it being that full when we were there.
I think it was that full on finals day.
It was that full on finals, but it wasn't that full on the bracket stage day.
Fuck no.
Definitely not on group stage day.
Yeah. That is damn impressive. Some other players at this LAN, if you're curious about who could move around this list. Hawkus is 3rd, Jin Burton 4th, Uchako 5th.
Uchako?
Uchako's 5th all-time in kills in the LGS.
Why don't... That's crazy.
Monsoon is 7th. Dexter jumped up to 8, passing Nasky, and Phony has crept into the top 10.
Ah, okay. We're still so young into this esport too, but Uchako being there and nobody really talking about it.
Crazy.
I've never heard anybody talk about how high up Uchako is.
Yeah.
I mean, he has won a LAN.
Yeah.
So
I think one thing that's a great quote here from Drumbum too. He tweeted this out about a couple hours ago. He said, "I'm far from a Hal Glazer, but you can't argue his level of greatness. If he was this consistently successful in any other FPS besides Apex, people would be talking about him the way they talk about Formal, Mount Rushmore of FPS esports, without a doubt."
I definitely think people talk about him a lot. I agree with most of what he said.
Grand scheme of things, though, of all
Maybe.
of esports, I could maybe see what he's saying.
I can kind of see it, but I do feel like Hal gets talked about a lot, and I think it's just because Apex is a younger esport.
Yeah.
I do think he's going to get there, though. I feel like I hear people talk about Hal all the time.
Yeah.
But that's because we're
I
involved.
also am in Apex, like,
Yeah,
a lot more.
We're
but-
involved in the esport.
So how many other FPS we got? It's Call of Duty, CS. But would you consider CS like FPS, or would you consider that like tac shooter?
But it's
still first person, though.
Yeah.
So you
I
got
mean, Valorant is in there too. If that's-
Valorant's also in there. Everybody is switching up here. Everybody has a different one. Did Rain Day not pick one?
Raid Amos not picked one, and Layson picked one.
Spider Tiff
Jayhawk,
loves. Spider Tiff loves going for the random ones.
Yeah.
She's a big
lobbing.
random one.
She's had a decent score, though, always.
She does. Like, she has good scores.
Yeah.
He dropped a 4K 20 kill on me in the New Orleans Open. That's when I was like, all right, this guy's him. And then I started following his career a little bit. I mean, they're first in Pro League. And it just feels like they're like the new age team here in Japan that people can get behind and just be like, they're freaks of nature out there. So
Just talking about Own Limit?
I
Yeah.
hope they do
Think
pull
so.
through for just the crowd itself.
Let's see if the crowd is ready for these matches. Who will be the final 10 teams?
All right, ladies and gents, we're getting ready to get underway here. Like we said, Donnie's feeling a little sick. He's feeling a little ill. Me and Kyle are tired as fuck.
Yeah.
Before this lobby, we all just laid on the floor or on the couch and we slept to get ready for this. It is 1:48 a.m. and we've been doing this 2 days in a row. This is our 3rd day, so we're a little tired. We're not really going to be casting it, more just kind of watching it and talking.
You might hear me say some wild shit as they fucking get into the fights, but other than that, I'm not doing much.
We're not doing diddly dick. We're
I'm
just
not-
sitting here chilling with you guys.
I'm not doing any analytics.
But thank you guys for tuning in, man. It has been a great
James,
weekend.
we are going to attempt to be going strong for this last set. I have no doubt, though, that this will be an absolute banger.
No,
Again,
we're
that's
going to have a
what we-
banger, James. We're going to have a
that's what we
banger,
usually
James.
see with this lobby.
ED,
I mean, if anybody
World's End.
remembers last year's champs, it was absolutely incredible with how that played out with the 100 Thieves story, but almost making their way into finals after almost being killed as the first team in that last
You could
game.
see
So,
in the me and Kyle's face watching that live, the anticipation. We wanted it so bad.
yeah.
We wanted it so bad, and they just missed out.
Yeah. But yeah, as Kyle was stating there, though, we've got E-District for the first 3. We've got World's Edge for the last 3. It is going to be, again, a pretty interesting start with E-District because we'll have the Newcastle picks, the Caustics.
I've
the
missed
altars.
E-District, man.
I have too. It's been weird not to have it for this long. So
I gotta be honest, man. We gotta just go back to 3 maps.
Yeah.
I think
We
so.
gotta go
agree.
back to 3 maps.
But yeah, taking a look at this map here, though, an interesting one with Crazy Thieves and VK Gaming down there, Old Town and Humbert Labs. Obviously, VK loves landing at Humbert Labs. They do not get it just by having a lower draft position than Crazy Thieves, but keep an eye on that. Also, keep an eye on Kenotrope Gaming over there at Settlements. Potentially, do they run at Grow Gaming, who is over there at Stadium? That is something that is very often the case. Other than that, again, pretty typical draft thing for a lot of people here. You know, Fnatic over at EDAM will be a solid one. NIP gets a really good draft pick with Heights there, a very solid POI. SPI Esports goes for the, or no, it's 5 Fears going for the Energy Bank pick, which again can be a very tough zone POI to play out of. But again, they're a team that typically can play these POIs pretty well. So
is 5 Fears the Fafa Fifth guy?
Yeah.
Fafa Fifth and God
Fafa
Gaps,
Fifth and Gop Gaps. Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
We
Yeah.
need them.
but
We
yeah,
need them
we
big
will
time.
we'll see what they can do though out of E-Bank. Again, very takes a while to loot, and a lot of Evo catches spawn around there, so teams rotate to them quickly.
Can I
so it'll be an interesting one to see.
can I make a prediction here?
Yeah.
I think a lot of that APAC North success that we've been seeing in these lobbies, I think that ends here. I
Yeah.
think some of these APAC North teams are going to struggle, and I think we're going to see a lot more of the other regions start to take those top 10 places. I could be wrong, but last lobby, I think I called it pretty well.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that some of these APAC North teams are going to struggle in this lobby with this pressure because a lot of these teams are still relatively new to this kind of pressure, these kinds of lobbies.
Yeah.
EWC is a completely different animal. I think we're going to see some APAC North teams start to flounder. If there's one team I think that will be okay, I do think we're going to see Unlimit make it in. I think despite the fact that they're a little new, they do have a little bit more experience, I think.
Yeah, I'll still have some question marks. I think I'll be curious to see where they're at heading into World's Edge, because again, I think the way that E-District will play out won't necessarily fit the way that they want to play, because again, we're gonna have a lot more of the slower pace with the Caustics and with the Newcastles, and if they still want to try to whip out, you know, the character selections like the Maggie and Bang and things like that, that won't really fit very well in these comps that they're going to be going up against. So we'll have to see how they're able to play that out moving forward. But again, I mean, there's just a ton of names in this lobby that we all know, that we've all grown to love, and it's going to be very tough to see some of these teams go home here after these 6 games are over with. But I mean, again, if we played this thing 100 times, we might have 100 different outcomes for how the, you know, how this is going to break out.
That's
So,
just a BR for you. That's just
Yeah.
Apex for you.
it's just, and just the quality of the lobby at the same time. Like, it's just, it's going to be a good one.
There is like this constant though, that is some of these elite players, they've found ways to tap into constantly being in these situations.
Yeah.
You are going to have times where like a Falcons will get 20th in a finals lobby. You're going to have situations where certain teams you expect to do well maybe don't make it all the way to loser finals. But for the most part, a lot of these teams know how to get there, and they know how to get to those places. But those are the elite teams. There's not a whole lot of elite talent right now. I would say there's a lot of very good talent, a lot of great talent, not a whole lot of elite in this particular lobby. You do have legacy teams, though. Fnatic comes to mind. Fnatic is a team that has played in these situations a lot.
Yeah.
That's a team that I would look at and say, I think the vets once again pull through like I felt like in that last lobby.
Yeah, I really think that, you know, again, I know Jay talked about the Fnatic plot armor. Again, Yuka F just being that guy that's been there, done that. We've had a lot of these players, like we mentioned, that haven't been there, done that. So
Let's
go.
go.
We'll see what we're able to see after this first game. But man,
We're locked, man.
we are absolutely locked. Whatever that definition looks like right now for us.
Yeah.
But for everybody that's tuning in, again, we just appreciate your guys' willingness
Thank
to be
y'all.
here this late. And we're, it may not sound like it, but we are very excited for these last 6 games to see how it plays out and see who will join us tomorrow when we do our watch party, where we will be absolutely locked.
We're gonna be
tomorrow.
locked. We're gonna be locked tomorrow. We've got everything. So we got a zone coming up from City Hall right here. SBI Esports
Color
can
me
get
shocked that it's fucking City Hall.
Yeah. SAUL does have good position as well. I believe that's Wolves Esports too.
SBI.
They've got an area.
Yeah, SBI here. We'll have to be very careful because we obviously saw SBI wanting to take those early fights. Not really going to be able to do that now with all these teams rotating in. So we'll have to see if they can play things a little bit more patient. SAUL already moving into, I'm assuming it's probably one of those 2 houses on the other side of the bridge there, a little bit more towards resorts. Those are usually one of those, maybe not necessarily power positions, but definitely one of those strongholds you can kind of hold on to for a while. So we'll see what they're able to do. Citadel Gaming here rotating in quickly. Mango looks like it as well. Looks like they're going to be ripping a balloon here, try to get into the zone. But yeah, you're going to see a lot of teams try to get into this one quickly to try to take this, some of these power spots.
In the meantime, we've got our pick.
Oh, you want to go through your picks, Kyle?
For my picks, I've got Kurev from Ninjas in Pajamas over on 3 kills. Peace from Unlimit over on 3 kills, and Yanya over on 3.5 kills.
I've got Phony over 3.5, Yanya over 3.5. I rode with Kyle on Yanya, which I really, please, I don't want to curse somebody else today.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
We'll finish this up here in a second. We've already seen 1 full kill and 1 additional knock here for Team Mango. That is the full kill then as well. So Team Mango not on Minnie's Bingo's cards to get off to a hot start, but now we see the swing here by Boogie Borders, and that is Citadel Gaming.
That's not
already
good.
out
That's not good for us.
immediately here in game 1. So they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and see what they can figure out. Now we've got Zane and FaZe into a fight with SBI Esports. A big fight here.
FaZe is in trouble.
FaZe is able to get this kill. I believe it's a 2v2 right now, as they're trying to back up here. Again, this fight breaking out. They'll need to finish this up quick because thirds will come into play here, and they will not want to. And we already see now Boogie Borders goes out as well here. I mean, we're into some big issues here. Zane trying to make this swing here. He got down. He goes again, and that is FaZe Clan.
Dude, 3 teams out
early. We also see Yuka F here getting knocked by Soul. So we'll see if he can get back up. But man, what a fast start that I did not expect it to pick off this quick.
That's 3 teams dead already.
3 teams out.
3 teams dead early on in this one, dude. And see, this is how this lobby might play out for the rest of at least E District, especially if it's going to go to that zone, because that's a zone that happens a lot, man.
Yeah, you can just take everything I said about the slow start and apparently just throw it out the fucking window. I really thought it was going to be a lot slower than this.
Dude, just talk about the psyche too that goes into that when you die that quickly in a legit like elimination.
Yeah,
not ideal, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just a straight punch to the face. It's like, well, we didn't even get a chance to even play the game. You know, just got absolutely ran over. I mean, in the case of what happened with Citadel, especially, I mean, they literally were just trying to rotate, and all of a sudden, Easy Flash is just on a freaking beam on that bridge and just absolutely nuking you. I mean, your Newcastle can't even get his Q down in time to rescue you, and then he goes down, and then you just get hunted down by somebody else and get full killed. I mean, that, again, it's just a punch to the face, and especially for a Citadel team that is a little bit on the younger side when it comes to experience, that can be a tough hurdle to jump over. So we'll have to see how they can bounce back in game 2.
Dude, we've gone so long from having E-District. Like, it's been such a long time since the last time we saw E-District.
Shout out Fafa Fifth and Gop Gap.
The boys. The absolute dogs.
Boys here, they do find themselves in a halfway decent spot here, as we see over in the kill feed. Fun getting the knock onto enemy here. I'm assuming we'll flip over, which we are now here. But big knock here as Monsoon with the classic charge rifle. Who would have guessed? And that is the full kill on the enemy. So now FYR Strays is going to move to being a duo.
They'll
here.
probably reset.
Assuming they will as well.
I think E-District is probably the easiest map to reset on, just with the amount of cover you have.
Yeah.
I would also, like, is E-District, like, the best map overall for loot?
I think so.
I feel like it might be.
Yeah, because I remember when this map first came out,
There's a big problem.
they took a huge, there was a huge problem with it.
Yeah.
But the devs were very quick to get a lot of feedback and balance things out very quickly, which I think a lot of us appreciated because we knew the potential of this map.
Yeah,
We've already
early
seen how well
on,
it's played
and
out.
mind you, the dev team has changed over the years. This game's been out for almost 6 years. I remember when World's Edge first dropped, it took forever for the loot to get fixed on World's Edge. With E-District, it felt like it was within 2 weeks that we were on a map that's like, oh, okay, perfect, yeah. There's loot.
Yeah.
Because I forgot about that loot problem till you mentioned it.
They had a shitty ass.
It was
problem.
terrible to start, and then they immediately fixed it.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to finish up your prize picks while we were waiting for another fight?
Yeah.
Here? I think you were.
Oh, I was already done. I only had one pick. It was
Okay.
Phony over 3.5 and Yanya over 3.5.
Yeah, I've got Phony as well. I've got Zane at over 2.5, which you did at least pick up the one full kill. So I'll take that here. But
Lari
while
man.
we're saying that, we got Lari man here taking a ton of damage. This is on the legacy. That is Yanya with the first kill and full kill here. So big start there for legacy. I believe one of you guys had Yanya.
I have peace.
Yeah, I have Yanya.
So there you go. So big start there. Not good though.
Kyle,
here
you
for
have Yanya?
Peace.
I have peace.
Oh, you have Peace too. Fuck.
I have peace. I'm not gonna-
They can bring him back.
It looks like right now they're but we do have the
shit.
Valcult coming in here, trying to see if they can get the wipe on both members of Unlimited. Again, they're gonna have to be very careful though, because a 2v3 is very possible for these guys. And as soon as I say that, Peace is getting absolutely pieced up
Fuck.
here. Yanya gets the second knock on
Yanya.
Peace here.
Yeah, wait, I do. have
Yeah, I was
Yanya.
gonna say. I was like, I'm pretty sure you have Yanya.
That is the full kill there. There should only be one member left of Unlimits, which is Suvi, which in the meantime, while his boy is getting sacrificed in the fucking corner, Yulari Man gets rezzed.
Our man's back.
So we'll see what they can do with that. But hot start there. But again, you got to think that I can't imagine that Yulari Man's going to get very far here.
No, it's gonna be very difficult, man. Legacy and something else I mentioned, Don, was like the vets. The vets showing up like this is
that's
what I
an absolute
expect.
power move. We got the
Yeah, he's dead.
and we got the Q, and yeah, he's gone.
He's cooked.
Those veterans, man, they know how to play these lobbies.
Yeah.
They know how to play these lobbies. They know the pressure. They understand the pressure. It doesn't consume them. And Legacy, if there's any team that's a fucking veteran here, it's Legacy.
Yeah, and I mean, Jay had mentioned when we were doing our tier list that he had a lot of faith in these guys having been there, done that, and
They're already back in there.
already back in.
Yes.
I mean,
And you
somehow,
are, man.
some way. Again, Yanya not letting this go. Yanya is by himself at the moment, but he is absolutely beaming here. He's got to be careful, though, because he is still by himself right now. But Jaguares does get the knock onto Suvi here, and they get the full kill. I mean, Legacy
Come on,
is
Peace.
literally just farming damage right now. But Nazul does go down. But Jaguares, comes in, and they get the full wipe finally onto Unlimited as we're down to 16. But just to finish the point, though, on Legacy, Jay, like I said, was very high on these guys with their experience, having been there, done that. So a good point by Wyatt here to kind of follow up that same sentiment. Because, again, I was very low on them coming into this tournament.
One thing I did say wrong earlier, I said something right, or something that I think is going to be right, which is I do think APAC North is going to struggle in this one. But one thing I think that is correct, or sorry, that was incorrect, I don't, like, Unlimit might be one of those teams that's just not quite there yet as far as experience.
Yeah.
I said that they were more experienced. When you look at some of the other APAC North teams, like I should have said Fnatic. That's a team that's a lot more.
That is a
Fnatic,
team.
E36,
A lot more
obviously,
experience.
E36 not
Yeah.
sloppy, but yes, Fnatic for sure. But yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling with Unlimit.
Because
I even said, I believe in the tier list that they're one of these teams that in year 6 could, if they stick together, really develop into a top tier team. So we'll have to see. But we see a pretty diabolical zone pull here for this next ring. Obviously, a lot of teams will be getting into this one, but then the one after that might be quite brutal here. So we'll see how these teams rotate in. We do see VKG, again, teams struggled mightily in the group stages, had a fairly solid performance in losers round 1. So they were only the 8th seed coming out of that. So they got the 18th draft pick since those teams get picks 11 through 20 when they come into this lobby. So BKG is still a lot to prove this tournament. But again, if there's a few select players that can turn a lobby in their favor, it's going to be QQ.
Yeah. Yeah, VK is another one that fits into that category. And even though they did not have a great start, they have all of the experience. They're vets. Oh, this is bad.
But we see here we got Grow chilling, gonna be hitting this balloon. So we'll see where they are able to get into, as we did see Crazy Thieves get into the fountain. So we'll see if they're able to chill there for quite a while. The Grow game, again, need to try to find a spot here. They don't have the Valk early on, so they won't be able to get the information to try to land somewhere. So they will have to have a little bit more of a guessing game. They do decide to pull back, which they are in a tough position here. Keon is very low, dropped, was very low as well here. So we'll have to see if he can back his way up here. Knocked. Queuing here. I mean, they're just in a very tough position. This is NIP. NIP moving up on this here. Gonna be a big fight between NIP, and what a swing by Noct here. That is a ton of damage there, but NIP is able to turn the fight on its head, and down goes Grow Gaming, unfortunately, as I believe Kurev picks up 2 there.
That's big.
So NIP off to a hot start.
That's big for Kyle.
A team, again, that we really haven't talked about much at this tournament.
They haven't given us a reason
ton of
to.
expectations
Yeah,
coming into this.
They haven't given us a reason to be honest. They barely snuck in there, getting into winners last time. Didn't perform well in the winners lobby. Find themselves here. They just haven't given us a
play up here. Like what?
Dude, that is a crazy
As we see
spot.
FYR Strays leaves the lobby. SBI Esports again. I think that's 5-6 KP right now for SBI Esports. Again, I can't understate this for those who were watching earlier, but maybe just tuned in also for the first time now. They are playing with their the guy that coached them for the entire season. He has stepped in as a sub, as they subbed out one of their players, and their coach has never played at LAN. I don't even know what his experience is, even just like playing in general.
Yeah.
But they're absolutely frying at the beginning of this lobby. We do see Mike go down to the triple take of McLovin here. But yeah, SBI Esports, what a start.
Yeah. SBI too, they really popped off in that last lobby. And I mean, we were kind of just assuming that they were going to be like an easy exit. They made it much harder. Wolves Esports
now we
goes
see
down.
Wolves, again, another team that I think a lot of people had potentially being top 10. They go out early. We do see Yuka F now does go down to the Kraber. It does appear that it should be able to stick the reses for now, as we lose Aurora as well here. So we'll see what we're able to sort out here. The Newcastle being down still, unfortunately, for Fnatic, so that'll be a tough one. But maybe, just maybe, they can get the res here now, as I don't think they're quite getting peaked, at least at this very moment.
No, they got some time. They're probably going to res that. A lot of these knocks right now are most likely going to get resed just because of the way that this circle is shaping up. Yeah, so
Phony picking up a kill there, big for the boys.
Too many teams are too far away from each other to do anything dangerous.
Yeah. We see here Kenny Trope losing a couple players here. Again, also Phony picking up a kill with the nade. They are looking down at one of the last members. I'm assuming Phony will try to drop down for this. He's trying to make sure that he doesn't go down, though. But they will look to try to clear this. Get this last kill here.
Right there in front of a lot of teams who are still making their way into the zone with 12 spots left.
Yeah, they're being very cautious of this.
Dude, I don't think
understand.
it's just them. I think it's like, I feel like we've seen so much more cautious play
Yeah.
in this specific tournament than we saw last year. And there was like, I don't think we had the higher TTK last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that change had gone through quite yet, but it looks like these
Maybe.
teams really are not like pushing as hard as we're used to seeing.
We do see Verls does get that final kill onto Serial, so they'll leave, and we are going to be down to our top 10 now. Again, a very difficult zone pull for a lot of our teams that are playing more towards the resort side. So we'll see what they are able to do. But Crazy Thieves, pretty solid spot here. 5 fears. I think we'll have to rotate in. Fnatic also we'll have to rotate in, but comparative to where they were, they're at least glad they're alive right now. So, but we'll see what rotate they're able to do. I don't know if they maybe have a Val ulti here to try to pop off. We'll have to wait and see. Or if they just play for the kills on the side here. I have a feeling this will be a Val ult, which we are going to see that here from Fnatic. So we'll see what position they might be able to take up here.
Maybe Oblivion themselves is trying to move in.
I love seeing Wraith back in the meta too.
Yeah, I think it's good.
We see here Fnatic now trying to drop here. This is a very difficult spot for them to play. The wall does eventually come down, which could potentially work here. The Q, though, is going to be breaking. They do lose Yuka F to Pero, but the res may be able to get picked up here. But now they get kidnapped. And yeah, this is just a very brutal position for them to be in, because now they've lost their Newcastle here. But Kenotrope also at the same time were pressured, so they weren't exactly able to get too many kills either. So the reset might actually come out here for Fnatic.
Oblivion's gonna knock. SAUL is gone. Oblivion getting some KP, man.
Yes, they
They've
are.
been in that feed a lot.
Yeah, we do lose SAUL. Now Fnatic again trying to stave off Kenotrope gaming. I am not sure how they're doing it for this long. I have to be honest. I was very surprised here. They're going for the res, though, on their Newcastle, which could prove huge for them. Again, Kurev getting more knocks on the kill feed onto Oblivion now. I mean, it really looks like NIP and CRT are in really good positions based on all the kills they're getting here. We do see Oblivion does go down, and Kurev picking up another KP here. So a great start for Kurev and NIP here. They're looking to rotate on the southern side. It's going to be against 5 fears from the looks of it here. So they're going to be looking for a big 3v3 here to try to clear the southern side of the zone as we see this next one closing. Mango going down with Jen Burton picking up a ton of KP, but now Vayne gets absolutely smoked by 5 fears. That climb was always going to be tough here. We see McLovin now climb up here. He gets the first knock. Krev gets the other knock. And now McLovin goes absolutely insane, and 5 fears is dead. And there is nobody on this southern side, so they might have a chance here. We do see Fnatic has staved off Kenotrope once again, and Yuka picks up a knock. We have Phony picking up another kill here. So things are looking good now for Fnatic when they looked really bleak.
I don't know how Fnatic survived this long, but now they have NIP right there.
And down goes Kenotrope Gaming. We see more kills picked up here. Again, now it's going to be tough for Fnatic, I think. We do get the re-wall here, which may help out here just for now. As this zone closes here, again, it's going to be tough with all the caustics to really hold this position here. Phony's still going crazy.
They're going
to make the push here. Here comes Yuka F making some plays. He gets the knock here. Libel Ace is not quite able. He does follow it up here, but now it's just down to Colonel Garcia. He's going for the res. He's going the double res on the Newcastle. He swings it here. My goodness, what a play by the young buck of Colonel Garcia. We are down to CRT,
the Colonel,
and Fnatic here.
How have they survived this long?
Looks like this should be a CRT win, but Fnatic, what a game by Fnatic.
How did they stay alive that long?
I mean, I don't know how they stay alive that long. You have to give a ton of credit to both Libel Ace and Colonel Garcia. We had a ton of questions about both of those guys, and they both had moments where Yuka F was down and they come up absolutely huge, and that is monumental for a roster like this. Phony ice cold with it. You gotta love the celebration. Those boys also popped off as well, and also I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves, but it really does feel like the picks might have cooked
The
there.
picks were good that
The
game.
picks might have cooked.
I
The
picked
picks
mine at
were good
random.
that game.
Maybe
It might
that's
have
just what I
been-
have to
Kyle
do for
just
now.
didn't even look. He
Also,
just
can I
clicked
stop
things.
real quick and talk about Balverine and that sweatshirt absolutely
That's
goes
sick as
hard.
fuck.
That's just hard.
Absolutely goes hard. Shout out
That's
to
sick
my
as
goat,
fuck.
Balverine, one of the best minds in Apex right now. And I mean, his job that he's had to do over this past 48 hours, keeping these guys without mental booming.
He got no sleep after
He got
group
no
stages.
sleep at all.
24 points.
But yeah, we see here
Solid.
Crazy Thieves with 24.
NIP with the
Fnatic
sneaky
with 14.
17.
NIP, like you mentioned, with 17. Legacy with 12. Those are big numbers for this particular game, as we see Classic getting banned. Some other good ones. Team Mango picking up 8 with some good KP, and then just some 6s thrown in there.
I need a
for a few
limit to
different
get it going
teams.
here.
But taking a look at some of the individual numbers, we had Phony with 3, but Jen Burton cooked with 8 kills.
Goodness gracious.
In that game, so big one for them. Kurev with a big 5-piece
Let's go.
there, so that should probably hit for
That's a
that
hit.
line. Taking a look for me, Yuka F with 3, so that I think is 1 kill away from hitting that line for me personally. So
Where's Yanya at?
great start there. Taking a look at Yanya, Yanya picked up 2, so he'll be
We need 2
in
more.
a solid
I need 2
spot-
from
a
Yanya,
solid
1 from
start
Phony.
there.
I think that's all you need too, because you already hit 1.
I need 2 from Yanya, and I need
1 from-
Peace to hit
Oh,
3.
Peace. I forgot about Peace.
Yeah, I need Peace to hit 3.
I gotta take a look at mine here. I believe Zayn got 1, and then yeah, Phony just needs 1 more, and then Yuka just needs 2 more. So 2-2-1. I'll take that after game 1. So the boys are moving a little bit.
Let's be honest.
Boys are moving.
We've had a lot of bets where after the first game, we got nothing.
It was basically over.
Yeah.
So we'll take it. But yeah, the big storyline though there, CRT again getting to their fighting ways, picking up a ton of KP, and a lot of people, you know, they said they questioned the move to play the fountain early, which Kyle, you know from ranked how shitty that fountain can
That
be.
fountain's ass.
But they did a great job of playing from that spot, basically clear out their side of zone. Then they were able to rotate in there late and pick up a ton of KP to set themselves up well. So we love to see it. That is game number 1. Again, 2 more games still on E-District before we move over. Again, Phony absolutely cold with it. You love to see it. Great jawline though. I mean, you gotta love it for the man. So, but again, great job there. Again, NIP, another team that we had a ton of questions about heading into this lobby. They barely scraped their way into winners, had a pretty disappointing winners bracket, but now get off to a great start with 17. I absolutely love to see it. And again, Fnatic, a team that is very big on getting these confidence boosts to get themselves going. A much better start in game 1 when we really hadn't seen that much.
Might have actually cooked.
Yeah. So, but again, I absolutely love the resiliency of Libel Ace and Colonel Garcia to keep them alive. UKF obviously making plays out there and keeping them going. And yeah, you'll absolutely take that if you're Fnatic getting that second place in that game. What a start, though, once again, in this bracket.
We need Fnatic to keep their foot on the gas pedal there.
Yeah.
They did a great job staying alive, but because they were always in defense mode, they just didn't get the kills that they wanted.
Yeah.
They did get some kills. Don't get me wrong. They did get some kills, but they just didn't get the kills that they wanted.
Is there one more Red Bull in there? I feel like there was one more, but I have no idea. Even on the door or something. I could be wrong. Okay. I'm just going to say fuck it. Yellow.
Rip it.
Me actually talking that first game's actually put me in a little bit better mood, so I'm just going to try to ride the wave.
Just ride the wave.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We'll deal with everything tomorrow. Cheers.
Goodness. Goodness.
But yeah, fun game 1, though. Gotta love the easy dish again games.
Let me hear this and let
We'll
me hear
listen to these
this.
comms here.
We win this. We win this.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get some kills here. Look at it.
Yeah. Don't underneath.
Wait. Let him rest. Let him rest. Reset. Swing it, swing, they're running. That's one. Come on, let him come, bro. Let him come. Let's go, baby.
You'll love to see it again. Jen Burton, one of the most passionate players in Apex. And even Evan with the high
I like
IQ
what
there.
Verhulst was saying.
Yeah.
Just wait it out, man. Like, we don't have to
Well,
do
and he was
anything.
just saying let them res so they can get all 3 KP there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
really smart play there by Evan to be very mindful of these kind of things. But again, 3 experienced players that, again, we talked about how they just sucked so much ass
They
to
were
start with.
terrible.
And ever since they've won those 2 games at the end of the group stage portion, they've looked like the team that we thought they would be.
Yeah.
Some
what
would
you wanna
say
see.
we are who they thought they were.
Yeah. But that's where the group stage thing comes into play. And I said after they won those final 2 games, I think that was what they needed to wake up, and it woke them up.
Yeah.
It did.
Yep, absolutely. But again, great start here. Huge for Crazy Thieves, huge NIP, huge for Fnatic. Getting some big names there, getting off to some great starts. Again, SPI Esports with some early KP Mango as well. But we'll be riding into game number 2 here. Again, Caustic being banned. We expect Newcastle to be the follow-up here. So we'll see once we get going here in this game number 2. But again, as we talked about, some of the big names doing well. Some other big names throughout this tournament. Citadel Gaming, Wolves. Some very slow starts. So we'll have to see if they can bounce back
Jumbo
here.
just said anything he
number
wants
2.
me to say on the desk, so I'm sending him 3 zombies maps. Number 1, I'm going to go Revelations.
There you go.
Number 2, I'm going to go Origins. Number 3, I'm going to go Zetsubo no Shima. I'm just kidding.
That'd be so hard.
Dummy stew.
Tell him to say dummy stew for me.
Should I try to say it?
Tell him to say dummy stew for me. Say another map and then say if you can try to work in dummy stew for Kyle.
I do want to say Rambo's tweet here in case people haven't seen it. Only fucking Orgless team in finals. See y'all tomorrow. Get your wieners ready.
Hell yeah.
Get your
I think he's
wieners
talking to
ready.
you, Wyatt.
Okay, hell yeah. I'm
Get your
ready.
wieners ready, bro.
All right, I said Revelations, Origins, Dummy Stew. If it's too much, Dummy. If he can just rip the dummy,
If you can rip a dummy, I'll go crazy.
we'll be all right.
They went absolutely dummy there.
Yeah, dummy.
Someone to cheer on tomorrow.
If he says dummy stew, I'm gonna go crazy.
That would be funny.
If he says dummy stew, he's my favorite in Jayhawk's
Yeah.
Because I've been asking Jayhawk to rip the dummy stew for like 3 days.
But Jay's not even that type of guy to rip the dummy stew. He doesn't even rip it in the cord.
I know, but now that I know that he's done it,
See, Jumba does it though.
now that Jumba's done it, he's used some of my vocabulary. I need him to rip the dummy stew.
So here we go. Ripping into game number 2 here. Getting on board there to start off with our winners of game 1, which was Crazy Thieves.
He says dummy stew. It's good.
I think
He
he'll
may
hit a
never
dummy.
make it on the desk though again.
I think
That
he'll
would be
hit
the
dummy
problem.
for sure.
Dummy I could see.
They went absolutely dummy.
You know, maybe we're expecting something similar to that here. It's a very
So we'll
tight
see
zone.
here.
So
Again,
if
as everyone's getting
Arctic
looted up, we'll get the
do
zone
start to
here in
run
just a
away
little
with it,
bit.
that total might drop down just a little.
Again, for a lot of our teams, that's some slow starts. You definitely do not want to double down and have a second bad game here. Really putting yourself behind the 8 ball, because as we know, these games can disappear
Ooh.
quickly. As we do see what should be
E-Bank.
an E-Bank zone. So 4 or 5 fears. And for some of these other teams, this is
Dude,
what I'm
there's
talking about, how spread out 5 fears is, because
I
they
know.
don't know yet that the zone is pulling on their head. So the big spot that teams can play here is this 4-story building that's going to be on the more northern side of E-Bank. But again, when you have to take so long to get any sort of loot, you get yourself really spread out, and by the time you recognize half the time that teams are rotating to you, you're already way out of position to get one of the god spots. So we'll have to see here what they're able to find.
They should be able to see and hear a lot of the teams flying in, I would assume.
Yeah.
But there's been times in the past where you thought teams would know that and they still didn't. So
Yeah.
Yep, you can get through there with Alta
But yeah, we
as
see
well.
all these
Blend
zone-oriented teams
Bless you.
flying in here.
and then just zoom straight
We see
in.
Oblivion
Of course, it won't
starting to get knocked there in Serial, 2 of our zone teams that were rotating very quickly.
like almost likely. Almost
So let's
certainly
see what
going
they
to
can
be
do
an
here.
energy bank finish.
CTG, I believe, looking to get some info, but have another team looking over top of them. They won't quite be able to get this in. Oh
Damn.
my goodness, the shots with the 1x. Are you kidding me? I couldn't even see that, Johnson.
This is
don't know.
I
random.
couldn't see that John either.
This is super random, but I remember when Monsoon used to be rocking the Buster Sword as his heirloom.
Dude, hard.
Which,
True.
like, just thinking about running the Buster Sword as an heirloom in competitive Apex is ridiculous,
Yeah.
considering you can't see half of your screen.
That
Yeah.
thing's
And that's when
fucking huge.
that's when they were popping off.
Yeah,
Maybe he's got to bring it back.
I'm saying.
maybe.
7 kills in the last game.
But we see here, we're going to get CTG with the info, knowing that it's going to be E-Bank, so they're going to be flying over.
Can't get away with it. And Rand, I can't
Legacy,
believe
trying to
it.
get some shots in, but don't quite.
Literally a present delivered
land
off their
them.
feet. Thank you very much,
So that should-
Crypto.
We need
And
Yanya to
Legacy
get
did
2
try to
more,
show their
right?
face, but they got the
Think
zip
so.
right there.
Yeah, 2 more.
We need
Yeah.
not Yanya to get 2 more, Phony to get 1 more.
And then I need Sane to get 2 more.
And I need Peace to get 3.
And I need-
It looks like Citadel Gaming
what was the
are
third one?
set after game number 1.
I don't remember the
We'll
third
figure
one.
it out. I don't feel like looking. I'll
Only
look
forward to
eventually.
closing the gap right now.
I'm not sure if any of the people in the chat even
Because they
give a
know
fuck, so.
as long
They're
as
like,
they
The
Large
people in
single
chat are
goal
trying to
is strong.
vibe with us
Yeah.
and just pure, just trying to survive through this.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all that are in here. I can't even
Shout
fucking
out.
say it. Dear
But
God.
they don't want to give up the space just yet too early because another team could technically wrap from right behind.
I had Zane, I had Phony, and I had Yuka F. That's what the other one was. Need 2 from Yuka.
Rampart's starting to come out a little bit here too.
Yep,
couple
so
teams might
mainly
try and
for
push
obviously
through.
Classic being
I know they
banned, looking
don't
for
have
the ring console scan.
The altar,
So that'll
they
be the
can't
next
just, funnel
best
in
pick
through
here. So
any wall that
but we
happens
will
to be under 30 meters.
wait and see.
You think they take the unlimited ammo perk for
Citadel, who wants to take key,
Rampart? You
will
think
be
that's the
quite
one they
effective
pick?
against them.
Well,
They
with
just
Rampart,
deal
they'll
with
have the
EMP,
walls. They're
Yeah,
gonna give them unlimited ammo.
and then
that's what I'm saying. You think they take that perk?
I think-
yeah,
It's not
for
that
sure.
much. Or maybe the Sheila with the amount of ramparts that we have. Literally 16 ramparts, by the way, tied together with
16
Newcastle.
ramparts. Okay, so we got a lot of ramparts.
They're
in the
tied with
second game.
Newcastle? That's crazy.
But Newcastle, since they got played,
Last
should
time.
still be Newcastle.
Yeah.
Now
Banned.
Rampart showing their face instead. SBI now moving up onto the high ground.
Yeah, what's
In
up,
the distance,
Barrett?
we do
Thank
see
you for
FaZe.
responding to our
They've gone ahead
suffering in
terms of their
chat just by
rotation,
saying
but they're going
Gert.
from FaZe
I
specifically
don't know
to
what that
be
means, but I'm
able to
assuming
get
that's
that
just kind of
rank
like a what's
console,
up.
as well
Yeah,
as
that's
So-
basically.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna make sense
Yeah.
at all. None of this is gonna make sense. We're just vibing.
Yeah. So appreciate it, though. Thank you very much.
At the break is where we're really going to start to see teams solidify their place. I think Crazy Thieves, there's still work to be done, but if you can get to that 40-point threshold,
Yeah.
you're probably safe. They're at 25, I believe.
Closer to 1 right now.
Yeah, I think it
He's
might have been
getting pieced up.
24, but yeah, 24,
Maybe 24.
25.
Okay.
Good
Yeah,
spot
the
so far.
24.
Early, there's not a crush.
NIP, nice with some 17 right there. That was a good game from them. Remember,
Energy bank is
McLovin said you're going to see vintage NIP. First game, they get 17 points, and he
True.
had that clutch
Yeah,
underneath that one little
Big clutch.
area right there.
down in the river. Yeah, that was really good clutch there. Again, also Karev though did get in there and got one of those knocks as well. So Karev, I mean, again, he already popped off and is hitting his line there. So he's feeling very good. Honestly, Karev, I mentioned in the pod, it was my X factor for them.
Yeah.
And I do feel like, at least from some of the things we've seen, I do feel like he's actually played really well.
No, I do too. I just think as a whole they haven't been as good as they would like to
Yeah.
be. But they're still in this. They're still in this. They still have a
Yeah.
chance. They probably need 2 more top 10 handful of KP finishes to be completely safe here.
I mean, again, I think we're looking at 40. Really, is that
40,
magic
if they
number.
can
Anything
get- if
above
you get
that,
to
you're
40,
chilling.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah. I do find it interesting that we had a pretty fast-paced game 1.
I was going to bring that up.
And
Yeah.
we are now at a standstill. game
At
2.
this point in game 1, I think there were 17 squads left.
Yeah.
We still got all 20 in this one, and nobody has even died at this point.
Yeah.
Nope.
Might see Unlimit, I think, fight Wolves Esports right there. They're pretty close. Not too close.
Yeah.
They're looking.
But they're looking.
Do not have that information.
Yeah, a ton of spots that teams are able to take up in this particular zone again. I really like where Oblivion and NIP are currently sitting. Should be in some decent spots again. This should still stay on the E-Bank side because these things can't end in Galleria just based on the layout of the POI. So yeah, definitely expect it in some sort of area. You know, there's multiple kind of two-story buildings out where like Oblivion and IP are at. So definitely be on the lookout for a team like that to be in a very good position for these next few rings here. And then I'll just queue up the absolutely devious zone
FaZe
packed where I
fighting
look like an
somebody?
idiot. FaZe is taking a peek here at Sony Cross and Galleria here.
This is what I was looking forward to because I knew that, especially looking where that zone pool is going to be.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much the TTK has played a role in this, but teams are playing a lot differently. They are not going after some of those knocks like they used to.
Yeah, we do see here going to be a fight between CTG and Boogie Borders.
Could just also be the legend comps, though.
Yeah.
You know, in Newcastle's out there, you probably don't just go push out for no reason.
Well, and Caustic, too.
Because they
Caustic,
can just
yeah.
res, yeah.
Yeah, we see here that they're trying to get into this here to see if they can make any moves. I mean, I don't even know how he can fucking see anybody with that Q there, but yeah, he almost gets kidnapped, but does back up. I mean, CTG has all the positioning here, so you got to think that that is advantage CTG, but again, with the altar, or excuse me, no altar on Boogie Boarder's side. Now we see that with CTG, Joe, as soon as I say that, Suni does go down to Metro, and now Remix, he goes down as
He
well.
was trying to take that Q.
And that is going to be
Citadel,
Cash
bro.
going down as well. That is Citadel Gaming being the first team out again in this game here. You see Kenotrope trying to third it, but they get shot in the back by Jen Burton. So this could have to be a reset angle here. I mean, look where Kenotrope is and where they tried to extend to. I mean, that's
Yeah, they
crazy.
were very far away. They will get the reset. But that's the beauty of the altar, especially taking the altar this early, because some teams aren't rocking it. A lot of teams are going with that Valk Newcastle Rampart.
Yeah, and I think what happened there, because I think I was going to call it right there, but I got a little confused with the legend comps, because I think a member of CTG got kidnapped, and so then the Newcastle tried to go through and save him as well, and then he died. So unfortunate there for
They're
CTG.
so far behind the 8-ball, though.
And yeah, just two awful games with no points to start with, so they're gonna have to absolutely go crazy the rest of the time here. So we'll have to see what happens here. I mean, this just has to be more annoying than anything that you're just getting literally chipped away here. Is that alternators that are shooting?
Yeah,
breaking out the wall like that would fucking trigger me to say the least.
Yeah.
And these guys know me; it doesn't take much to trigger my ass.
No, it doesn't. But that's okay.
I don't really think it is, but you know, I appreciate you trying.
You know, it keeps you on your toes.
Means you're passionate.
It means
Donnie,
you're
it's
passionate.
okay.
Means you care. I'd much rather you care than not.
It's true.
Yeah. We're working on it. 2026.
I think it's harder to get somebody to care than somebody to not care.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But when we had swapped over, it was Citadel who had tried to go for a play with the altar portal, and this is the time when Kenotrope moves up. Kashaya couldn't go anywhere. I mean, you're a Rampart.
Love the replays here.
Yeah, the Red Bull first strike.
So this happens sometimes.
Shout out Red Bull, unofficial sponsor of the Apex podcast.
You're a little
And
bit
what's
too
literally
high.
giving me
It's
life.
not on ground level, and you see Zuni take a bunch of damage, and then he tries to jump back, but it's too far, and he gets knocked.
You see her
before he
phase.
can.
In a very rough position here. They lose 2 members now, which is just going to leave the last member, which is Zane. We see Yanya getting exploded here by the arrow of Yulari Man here. Now Legacy
Come on,
getting
Peace.
involved with it. We see Phony going down to Cannon here.
Peace. I need you to get some kills here, brother. I'm rooting for you
Begging.
hard.
He's begging.
I'm begging. I need you. Please.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
my lord.
Gosh damn it, Peace.
Barely missed it.
Peace.
Now, of course, Unlimited.
He's got
Please.
that. He's got that.
Thank
Finish
God.
that. Finish
He
that.
gets the
Finish
knock
that.
there undropped.
Thank God.
I
There's
believe
one.
that's 2 members though down.
That's one. I
For
need 2
Crazy
more.
Thieves in the kill feed. That is Fafa Fifth getting some kills there.
Haha.
So CRT not looking too great right now. This monster, I think, has knocked a member of Serial for the 17th time this game.
He did get one full kill earlier.
Now Nags does go down here. Yeah, a lot of bow and arrow triple take knocks here in the kill feed right now.
Damn it.
We'll see what starts getting cleaned up here.
Yanya got the assist, not the kill.
Still a lot of time left, though.
Yeah, we got Unlimit, we've got Grow, we've got FaZe, which I believe is just the solo Zane here. A lot of tough moments here for some of our teams. We see FYR again, double knock here.
FaZe is
we
out.
also lose FaZe, which is absolutely brutal for me. Gonna need Zane to get 2 next game. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Yanya now getting full killed by Yulari Man, it appears.
But Unlimit also has their other priorities. They want to try to moving into that southern zone.
Okay,
Peace. What are we doing? No.
And Peace gets absolutely pieced the fuck up there.
He'll be all right. He'll be
How
all
many
right.
times are we going to use that
We're gonna
line?
use it a lot. We don't not much creativity at this time of night.
Hell yeah.
It looks like now we got Verholz getting revived. I believe we saw it was Yanya potentially getting revived as well. So a lot going on here.
Oh my goodness.
So many nades.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I don't know how they're still alive here, but they are here. Again, everybody trying to rotate out of this POI is going to be an absolute brutal spot.
Yanya, I
to
need you,
escape
bro.
here.
He needs you.
I need you, bro. I need you to just start popping off, going crazy, hitting an absolute juicer here. You probably need to get out of this fucking spot first, though. But yeah, I need
Well,
a
I think they're
juicer.
trying to get his ult here up as he was hitting some our ult excels here, but they're still gonna be about 30% away for a Valk ult.
Unlimit still here, still causing problems for Legacy and Grow.
Yeah, Limit really just being a pain in the absolute
Yeah.
ass here.
They are being annoying as hell.
Yeah. He has 444 light ammo
That is a crazy amount of light ammo.
for his
One
ult
less
there.
thing you have to worry about if you got that much.
Yeah, Hal might call to borrow some.
Really crazy here because then you take a look.
So we
at
see
their-
Hyarka, Uchako going down
Aurora might be
here.
dead.
Wolves getting some kills here. And IP now getting involved as they get the full kill on the Casa. Should leave 2 members left of VKG for the moment here.
Mikasa, Sukasa.
Goodness gracious. All right, let's see what they got.
I'm making it. We're good. Bad. That knows the zone.
Uh,
Okay. Keep back. We're gonna go left. Triple left. Bottom. I'm ready. Go. Ready? 3, 2.
Oh my
Nice.
god, that guy's got absolutely cute on.
Shit on him.
And Kurev picking up more kills in the kill feed. We got VK Gaming and FYR Strays going down.
no.
Now Yanya picking up some kills here.
Yeah, let's
As
go.
he gets the full kill. I believe he picked up 2 there.
That's
We
good.
do lose Crazy Thieves in the kill feed there, so rough for Phony. Now we got a ton of people going down the kill feed. Some fights there between Boogie Borders, Unlimit, Serial, NIP. A lot of names involved here.
Was unlimited. It was unlimited. Was the team dead? Like the whole team dead?
So Peace and Yulari Man have been full kill.
Suvi's
For
still
now.
alive.
Suvi is here, but he has been spotted out, and down he goes. So that is Unlimit. Going out here. Almost got the reset, but didn't quite work.
At this point, when there's so many teams around them, Fnatic still hiding.
Yeah, Fnatic here trying to hold out. They're in a very rough position. It looks like they try to jump down, though. I'm not sure that's going to be a spot that works for them. Yeah, they're
Oh
just
my
getting
lord.
absolutely pieced up here by Fafa Fifth. But he's going to have to be careful, though, as he gets shot. Potentially could be a reset for Fnatic here. They'll have to be careful. Yes, they do, in fact, get the reset, but now there's just another team that can swing them here now. They somehow get a knock. The res is coming out. I mean, I don't know how they're stalled this much to live here. I'm not even sure if they have the wall either. I mean, that's a great cue. And I mean, so far they can live for now. But yeah, they're gonna have to find a way. Oh my gosh, Fafa Fifth gets absolutely wrecked. He's gonna be down to very low HP. Now Fnatic is gonna have to move here. I'm not really sure what they're gonna be able to do here.
As Fnatic forced to play off this low ground, looking at the team right next to them, the zone closing right behind their backs. It's round 5, and there's still so many teams outside of the zone.
Yeah, and it feels like it's
Dude, Fnatic just keeps finding ways, man. They just keep finding ways to stay alive. They've got a big fight ahead of them, but
Now
they
they're
keep
gonna get
finding
swung here.
ways.
They did not prepare for the swing Libel Ace trying to live, but down he goes as Team Mango picking up a bunch of kills. NIP dead in the kill feed. And it is now popping off with this rotation. As we lose Aurora
Ninjas in
here as
pajamas.
well. And we are down to our final 8 squads here. See Wolves picking up some much-needed KP here. No Name getting the full onto Vols here of Kinotrope Gaming.
I wonder if Crazy Thieves just went a little too aggressive right there, man.
Now, they get the final kill on Kinotrope. I'm not sure what that guy was doing, but, you know, peace. We see now Boogie Borders alive here. And now we get a huge fight now between Wolves and Mango. And Wolves again going, No Name absolutely lighting up the kill feed here. I mean, he might have just hit his line in the last 2 minutes here.
I almost picked No Name, dude.
Actually did too. But now we see Metro peaking this here. Going to be a tough position for Wolves to potentially reset, but they do have the Newcastle still up. But we've got Oblivion inside the house here. We got Boogie Borders on top here.
Oblivion's been in zone for most of this game.
Yeah. We've got Legacy here, also holding out. Yanya with 3 KP here.
They rather stay uninvolved because they know a fight is inevitable to their south between Wolves and Five Fears.
He's calling for that wall to go down.
Yeah.
Trying to ping it for his teammate. Teammate might not have wall yet.
Okay, we see Wolves and Five Fears. We have to take this fight here. We see Metro getting the knock on the Blinkster.
This looks good for Wolves right now.
Yeah, what turned into a bad position might be a halfway decent one. We'll have to see if they can hold out Five Fears on the back.
They have the Newcastle. They also have Rampart. They have walls galore inside of this building.
Is he? I don't know if that's 8 kills for No Name. I think that's what that says.
Yeah, I think it is.
They just got to hold out this team on the side. Oblivion's in trouble.
Man, Boogie Borders just absolutely fed face here, and down they go. That is Boogie Borders down. Oblivion picking up some much-needed KP. Now Yanya getting involved here.
God.
He gets the knock, but he's going to be in a very tough position here. Down he goes is now Grow. Somehow lives through all of that.
Is Oblivion still alive?
Oblivion is still alive here. Now Wolves getting swung here by Five Fears, and they pick up the kills here. So Oblivion is down to just a solo here. We got, oh my goodness, the swing here. And Oblivion is going to secure the second place there.
How did they do
Five
that?
Fears. The boys got Gap, a Flow, and Fafa Fifth taking that first place. And much needed for those boys.
How did Oblivion survive that long?
I don't know. I mean, I called before everybody moved that Monsoon got knocked by Metro. So I have no idea how, or it was Blinkster that got knocked by Metro. So I have no idea how we got to that point. But big shout out to Five Fears getting the dub in our second game here of Losers Round 2.
But the fact that it was like the millisecond that missile swarm came out and you
Oblivion with a big 14.
They went in, and that was literally.
Yeah, we see here we got Five Fears with 19, Oblivion 14,
Grow
with 15, Wolves with 13, Legacy with 12, Boogie Borders with 12. So a lot of teams that needed points after an okay or rough first game pick up some good KP here. I mean, Legacy kind of backing up a pretty solid first game with some more big KP in the second one. So
yeah.
Great start for them. Again, should be in a halfway decent spot to be moving up here, but we'll get the overall scores here in just a second. We've got Newcastle being the one that gets banned, as we expected. So we'll see the overall leaderboard here in just a second here.
9 kills for those boys in our second game, as well as 5,000 damage. Big damage differential as well. I mean, it all started with that incredible fight against Citadel Gaming, and I mean,
Boogie Borders definitely helped themselves out in that game. Feeling much better about that. Bro is absolutely jamming on the right side. You love to see it. I think that's Metro. I'm not 100% sure though, but he's absolutely feeling himself right now.
was like the lace interview power-up, right?
But taking a look here at the overall leaderboard, you still got Crazy Thieves up there in first, but they're now tied with 5 Fears for second. Legacy, they're in third with 24. NIP in fourth, mainly off of that first game with 22. Oblivion, they're 21 now. Grow Gaming 15, Fnatic 15, Wolves 14, Mango 14, and Boogie Borders 13. That would be your top 10 as things stand. Again, some teams at the other end so far: Citadel, FaZe, FYR, Serial, and Unlimit are your bottom 5. But again, still a lot to play here, so we will wait and see what we've got. But again, Wyatt, we talked about some of these big name teams, and a couple teams we mentioned, Fnatic and Unlimit. Fnatic seem at least to be off to a solid start, again with the experience at UKF, like Jay mentioned as well, when he was breaking things down to start with. And Unlimit, like I kind of mentioned, E-District just doesn't feel like a map that fits their gameplay. And so seeing now that they struggled again for games 1 and 2, I'm just not sure if it might just be that they just need to wait till games 4, 5, 6, or I wonder what they can do now with the Newcastle and Caustic both being banned to see maybe things open up a little bit on this map.
Yeah, and this is that experience thing. I mean, this is what it comes down to. It looks like, at least on that last fight that they took, it just seemed way too aggressive. It just didn't seem like that was the right play at the right time. And it's not just them. I also felt like Crazy Raccoons or 100 Raccoons or Crazy Thieves or 100 Crazy Raccoon Thieves, it just felt like they moved up to the left and they didn't need to do it. You heard Phony calling it out on the live listen-in. I just don't think they needed to do that. You're in first place. You have an easy walk-in, I felt like. Yeah. Maybe I'd have to go back and look. I just don't think that was the play right there. They went a little bit too aggressive for some KP. Maybe that was what led to their success in that first map.
Yeah.
But it just felt like they didn't need to do that right there. Led to their death. Same thing with Unlimit. Sometimes getting too aggressive in that position doesn't help out. Now, for Crazy Thieves, it doesn't really matter because they were already in first place. They're still tied for first place now. But for Unlimit, you might have to look at a different approach as you start getting closer and closer to the end of this thing.
Yeah, like I said, maybe a little bit of a saving grace for this game 3 is that we do have Newcastle and now Caustic banned, so that could be something that helps, as we'll see some more teams probably open up the back here to be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, I think we'll still see some Ramparts since we are in a map that does tend to play a little bit better for Rampart in these buildings. But again, I think we'll see some more altars come out and a bunch of other characters that might be a little bit more on the aggressive side, which again fits very well for Unlimited's play style. So we'll have to wait and see. Also, one thing on a very big side note, I am very excited to see the live performance tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Seen a lot of hyped things about his music. I've listened to it a little bit myself. Definitely don't think it's too bad. And also comparing Stim Up, the anthem this year to last year's. And this is no disrespect to Sim. Rumbling, one of the best bangers that I've heard. But yeah, the anthem definitely took a step up this year, I think.
It just fits the game a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I'm a big metal guy. I just feel like sometimes with gaming, it doesn't really match.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest metal guy you know. It just doesn't really fit with that, which is fine. Like, sometimes it's just what it is.
Yeah, I just think the pace of like Apex, you know, it's about movement, free flowing. I just think like hip hop, rap, like that genre kind of fits a little bit more. So, but I will say though, Sim performing Rumbling looked like an absolute banger last year. So,
I'm in full stand-up mode, gents. I gotta be standing.
Yeah,
I gotta be standing here. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We still got one more match before the big break, and then we get our final 3 here. Crowd looks good. Everything looks good. We, on the other hand, look like shit.
Yeah, I will say I'm getting there. I definitely have a cold.
I'm in full stand-up mode.
Yeah, he's in stand-up mode.
I don't think you're going to be disappointed either.
Maybe
No,
I'm not okay.
And
I
honestly,
don't know.
seeing how
But
rather World's Edge was
the blanket's at least off for me. I'm not shivering anymore, which helps.
All I know is that if Peace doesn't get 2 kills this fucking game, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Speaking of that, Dawn, let's run through some of these kills real quick.
Yeah, so taking a look here, and where we stand.
I need to know where Yanya's at, and I need to know where Phony's at.
I think Yanya hit.
So far, we've got Phony with 3. That's still where he sits at right now. Yanya's got 5.
So all I need is
hits.
Phony to get 1 kill.
So that's where he is at. Krev is with 7, but I think he
Way
already hit that.
surpassed.
So he is chilling there. For me, UKF has 3, so still need 1. 1 more from him because I believe his is 3.5. So for me, it'd be 1 from Yuka, 1 from Phony, and then I believe Zane still just only has the 1 so far. So I'll
Does
need
Peace
2
only
from
have
him.
1 as well?
And then Peace, I believe, does only have 1. Yes, he does. Only
Okay,
have 1.
so I need 2 from Peace.
Yeah, so I need 2 from Zane, 1 from Phony, 1 from UKF.
Come on, Peace.
And then
I
you
picked
just
you at
need
random.
Peace, right?
That's the only one I
Yeah.
need. If he gets 2 kills,
And then
Peace.
he just needs 1 from Phony. So
Peace, if you could get 2 kills this game, you'll be my first hit.
he would be.
You will. And I picked you at random.
Yeah. Definitely need it for the psyche for Kyle heading into Final Sunday.
Listen, bro. If I hit it this way, I'm picking by random for the rest of the time.
Yeah. Bam said I just need Monsoon in finals like I need air to breathe. Yeah, it would be great to have Monsoon in the finals.
Definitely.
We would love to see that. Crazy Thieves going for 4 game wins in a row. Unfortunately did not pan out, Sean, but hey, still a good start for them sitting in first place. Overall tied with 5 fears. But we are getting into game number 3, ladies and gents. Getting last game on E-District, and we immediately get a pause.
These northwestern circles. We take a quick pause
So sad.
here before the action really kicks off.
I was like really getting into like a big thing there to start off this game.
I
and
think
then
you
just cut me
were
off.
getting into a flow there.
I was really getting into a flow.
Yeah.
Someone say a flow.
A flow.
Yeah. Shout out 5 years.
Shout out 5 years. 555. Gab gabs.
Bro, they stopped my flow.
Bro, it's a pause.
It's a pause.
So the fact that we've got the this many fans
Tragic.
here for Saturday is a very moment.
But yeah, the update is
My body
me and
feels
you.
like shit.
The update prize picks wise is you need 1 for Phony. I need 1 for Phony. I need 2 for Zane. I need 1 for UKF. And then Kyle just needs Peace.
I just need 1 for Phony.
Yeah.
I just need 1 for Phony.
So
I just need. Listen, Peace. Listen, bro.
Please.
I need 2 kills from you.
I'm going to hit a good luck jerk.
Oh? Oh, God.
Hell yeah. That's what we need.
If he dies first, you'll never be able to do that again.
That was a good luck jerk.
If Peace dies off rip, you're never allowed to do that again.
We got to try something,
even
bro.
if he doesn't die off rip, I may not allow you
We
to do
got
that
to
ever
try
again.
something, bro. We just keep losing over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's just loss after loss after loss.
I'm just
Okay,
glad-
at
I'm
least
just
you
glad
have
he
a
didn't
win under
fall.
your belt. Okay, this would be my first win.
We got to get Kyle.
Dude, if I get
gotta
this
get
win and I
Kyle.
picked them all by random, I'm only picking by random from now
We
on.
got to get a win.
Barrett's asking Wyatt, do you know the band Alpha Wolf?
I don't. If you send me something, though, I'll listen to it. I promise you that.
He actually will.
I think I've heard of him before.
I'll listen to it. I promise you that.
Bro, can we just still talk about
Why don't we
this
take a look at
heater
the
is
stats
just the
too?
MVP?
The heater is just kicking ass.
It
It
is.
has gotten exponentially colder outside, so it is colder in here than it was before. But like before it, the temperature really dropped. This heater had this place warm as
It
fuck.
was cooking.
No, legitimately, this is the only thing that
And the
breathes
difference
life
maker,
back
too,
into
with
my
13
soulless body.
KP
You're like back into
going
my
at the hands
existence.
of
I'm
the
fucking
KPs. We
back.
did see Jen pop off on that Cossack 8 KP specifically for him. Well, we get to see 5 fears try to replicate that with 7 KP in total.
Yeah, I bet
10 KP rather, yeah.
I bet he loves game 1. I bet he loves getting let off the leash like that. An aggro character, the best aggro character in Apex Legends right now, you'd have to say. I mean, it's weird because he's a controller character, but the way that his util works is just devastating. And obviously,
I don't know if it has any good luck. I just said that.
I just realized the monkey's in here.
Yeah, we got... Oh, should I hold it? You think if I hold it, we'll get what we need? The monkey bomb?
The monkey bomb.
We'll
get the monkey bomb.
After that second game, but the team that has the most damage is actually Oblivion, and you could guess why, right? With Monsoon.
All right, chat, we got the good luck monkey bomb. We got the good luck monkey bomb in our
As
hands.
soon as you picked it up,
Sitting with
it's on pause,
21
so we might
points.
be off to
They
a hot
gotta
start.
get those placement points aside from the KP and even the damage farming that they have been doing.
But here
Got
you
the
go.
good luck monkey bomb. I'm gonna hold it like it's a football.
End of game 3 here again. The
Oh!
last.
We have the
Oh,
spear.
Gobgaps has it.
We have the spear. Gobgaps is my go.
Gobgaps the goat.
Last game again here on E-District before we move over to World's Edge. Again, big moments here. We see this poll going to be pulling towards EDAM, so a big zone here for Fnatic, which with a lot of these EDAM zones, they typically can play the top here for quite a long time. So we'll have to see if that is what they decide to do. If they even have console information is also another big thing. So we'll have to see
Oblivion's already in there.
if they do. Oblivion is in there. Again, I'm assuming Fnatic will get an idea of who is rotating into here and how quickly they are doing it, and then potentially play the top of this. So we'll take a look here and see what Fnatic decides to do. It looks like they're already turning around and heading back up top. So again, Fnatic, as long as they don't get flown on, should hopefully be in a decent spot, at least to start with. For now.
And they get to set up immediately. Very, very good.
We got Serial, Mango, Five Fears, SAUL. I mean, it's just like a train of ducklings just all kind of rotating into the zone here. I mean, we've got Aurora right there, Five Fears right there. And I mean, there you go. We've got Fnatic just sitting up top with a Rampart wall. Just gonna absolutely rain fire down on any of these other teams trying to rotate in here.
Come on, Peace.
Come on, Peace. Come on, Phony. I just need one, Phony.
Yeah, I need a lot, but also not that much. It's 1, 1, and 2. So we'll see here what some of these teams decide to do with this kind of zone.
If Phony doesn't get this, I'm hitting a 6-leg unders parlay tomorrow. I'm going unders on everybody.
Which is about the only thing I think you'd really do at this point.
Sleep. I just want you guys to just think like the sleep tonight is gonna hit so hard.
Dude.
It's gonna.
I'm ripping this NyQuil. And
It's
just
gonna
absolutely
hit
not waking up
so
until
hard.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not feeling 100%, this baby shower may not be for me.
Listen, it's a-okay, you know. You might just have to chill.
What, bro? You don't want to...
Well, like, and I'm
Oh,
not
hey,
even
we're not
trying
going.
to like try to say I'm skipping out or anything. I just legitimately don't want to get a pregnant woman sick.
No, yeah, you're fine.
So
Yeah, that's an ideal thing.
yeah, so we'll we'll see, because honestly I legitimately would think that Ange would probably fly to my place of residence and beat my ass.
Probably.
I'm
If I
gonna
got
let
her
you know,
sick.
she's a fighter too. She definitely beat your ass.
That's what I mean. And like you can't like fight back against a pregnant woman. You know
No,
what I
you
mean?
can't.
So, like,
You just have to take
you
the
just kind of
ass
have to
beating.
take, you just have to take the fist. So like it's kind of just have to let it be.
Who is Five Fears looking at right now?
555.
5-5-5.
Yeah, naked R9's a bit rough.
Gobgap the goat though for having the spear.
Yeah. I will say though, the purple dual katanas do go dummies too.
They do go dummies too. Look at those
I don't know if
chances.
there's a bad one.
There's not a single bad color.
I
in
don't think
those.
any of them are bad.
This dude's got the staffy though.
Dude,
I need
love
him to
that
win a
stuff.
game and shoot off a firework.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
That would go crazy.
That would go nuts.
Or like the 3v3 is about to happen to win the game. He just fires it off anyway for aura.
That's actually, that would be hard as fuck.
That would go crazy. I mean, I would just probably give up if that guy happened to me, to be honest.
That's like when Bloodhound was hella good and they had the horn. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, how could
Dude,
it
it's
not?
always
just need one from you, Phony.
It's always like Monsoon and like fun. That if they have like the bang, Nocturnal was big with that.
They
too.
do the trumpet.
They would do the
fuck-
trumpet. That shit was hilarious.
Boogie Boarders team is going to be helping them out. I think that's why someone like Phony
And Vayne has fallen off the
has
map.
done this all before.
Oh,
Just like Jan.
No way, bro.
But he's
I didn't
the
even
one
know you could
guiding
fall
them,
off this map.
will be so key
There's
again
spots
to
in.
our match point
I
finals
mean, I think the
tomorrow.
only
somebody else
spots you
has
really could.
experience as Vayne, but
is-
unfortunately, it's the map that has his number.
He's back.
He fell
Where's it
off.
at?
And now Curve
I don't
gets the
even
res
know.
At the very
Where did he
least, just
fall
as
off?
quickly, and they do.
Did
They-
he,
the
oh, he did
insurance
fall off at
policy to
EDM.
move right back
Yeah,
up
because that was the
into
only
fight.
spot I could
But
think
other
that he'd
teams
fall
have
off
heard
at.
this also takes up that beacon
Which is
for
bad
other
that your
teams to
crypto
try to
player with all the
utilize. You see
information is the
crypto
one that's
drones
falling
flying
off.
around, they need
He
to
got
focus on
absolutely
his Vayne.
ripped,
It's
though, out of
taking
the
a lot of
air.
damage before moving back.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
was a jump off the map, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, you were just sorry. Sometimes I just forget how nice you are, Vicky. You don't want to call him
Ooh.
out. I'll do it. I'll be
love
that
it.
guy.
I love
He should
that.
be
That's
all
how we
right.
got you, Genome. I saw it happen. It's Electro. I mean, it could be inevitable out here. Oblivion are holding
VK
high.
Gaming here off to a
But
little bit of a
VK
slow
Gaming
start. Only
are
4
holding on to
points.
their life specifically
Through their
for
first
that
couple
red
games
one
here,
before
going to
they force it
need
back away.
some big
Trying to bump
games
the
here
med
on
kit in
E-District
time. They
again.
don't wanna get
Very
caught
rough pick there.
on this rotate
Having to
'cause
play
it's
out of
fire
Old
straight
Town,
to their back,
where they
and it was
normally
the
like to
fight
play
for
out
the
of
serving beacon. If any
Humbert
of these teams
Labs.
wanted to take a much more
So
roundabout
we'll see
rotation, they
what
could have actually opted
they
to go
are
for
able to
recon
figure
to
out
the
here
right
these
of where
next
VK Gaming's pushing.
few games to see if they can get some
Fire strays
momentum
now.
heading
They're
into
coming up towards
our
VK Gaming
World's
and
Edge games here.
SBI. Legacy
Ugh.
trying to gatekeep as well.
Sorry,
with
y'all, I
Fire
do that.
Strays actually
It's all
opting to
good.
go out. Now,
Well,
I
it's
wonder
Okay,
if this
so
match
zone
because-
pulls
Oh
down
my gosh.
to Galleria.
Unlimit, we're in Nom. Come on, bro. How are we gonna get kills when we're way out there?
So where I believe like Oblivion, like Kenotrope, Grow, like more on like the other side of Galleria is where this should end, because again, from my understanding, stuff is not able to end in Galleria because of the tri-level of POI. So this, I believe, should pull to more where like SAUL.
Crazy
Oblivion
Thieves is
over
right there in the middle.
Close, actually. I think they were second or third.
I was going to see where they were at. Gro's taking some damage here. Kenotrope right on the edge. They're sitting on that line, 11th place overall, 10 points.
Able to hide away to the south of this zone pool just in case they do not have a Valkyrie to try to reposition. As again, I believe we have like what, 6 Valkyries or so in this lobby. As we now move in, rather 8 Valkyries specifically, but much more of these altars, a lot of these cryptos to get that information, as well as the ramparts, 9 ramparts specifically, Kenotrope getting that info while also still rocking the Mad Maggie.
Yeah, a couple Maggies running around.
Still 20 squads remaining, Don. Like slower games than we saw in that first one.
Here we're getting a
Yeah,
view
definitely.
of
Again, teams
some of our teams up
really
at the
trying to
top
lock
of
in
the
here as they know
program.
they need some big banger games here in order to stay alive. Again, we've got Fnatic and NIP who thought they had a really good spot. Will eventually have to rotate out. CTG as well had gotten themselves up top here, but they're soon going to realize that they're going to have to leave with this next zone pull. So that's going to be a struggle.
Kimchi is playing for Alcadzia, for the person in chat who asked. I believe they're already eliminated.
They
though.
were eliminated in the first 10 squads. See Zane with a knock onto Donut. This could be huge for the program here. And he does get the full kill, so I need 1 from Zane, 1 from Phony, 1 from UCAF.
I think we all need 1 from Phony.
He doesn't.
No,
he just
you
needs
don't.
peace.
You just need peace.
I only need 2 kills from Peace. That is the only thing.
Yeah. But that is a member of Wolves going down at the hands of FaZe.
A long walk around, or perhaps they just go straight through 5 fears and net themselves.
So we got SBI Esports here playing in Galleria for now, so it should be in a halfway decent spot. FR Strays here trying to get in this zone underneath, which could prove difficult here. Kenotrope trying to get aggressive here onto Cersei. He's going to back up here. And now they have more of the height, or Kenotrope is stuck down low. Kind of an awkward fight here, but it looks like Cersei wants to get aggressive here.
And Fire Strays looking to get involved, maybe add some more numbers on the board.
I mean, I'm just not really sure what this game plan is here. I'm not going to lie. He's kind of just running
he's
around.
kind of just running around.
dancing around these ultra portals, ringing around the rosy.
Oh my goodness, the absolute beams though. As Cannon does go down here. Here comes the Maggie Ball by Enemy here. One of those teams playing the much more aggressive comps. We got the Maggie, the Crypto, and the Alter, but down he goes, and now Legacy is coming into third this. And that is Kenotrope that goes down. My goodness, and I believe... Oh my goodness, Aguaris goes down here. We got Cersei dancing around here, trying to make some moves here onto Yanya. Yanya definitely not... I mean, this is why Alter can get really dumb sometimes. It's just the back and forth.
You see what I'm saying, though? This is why I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
Yanya can't find him. They get the res, but he was dancing around the portal.
Zane gets another knock.
Oh my god, he's just getting knocks like crazy. Please. Please get these full kills.
He has 2 knocks, he just doesn't have the full.
Please get these full. He's got the full, so I am good. Zane has hit here now. So now I am just looking for Yuka F and Phony to pick up one more piece. As we do see Boogie Porters, one of our teams from last game, does go down here. And we get a lot of exchanges of kills here in the kill feed. We're seeing Cersei going down here after they got the respawn. Crook going down as well, so that should just leave Enemy by himself.
If they could chase down that one straggler, and they actually just move past him as a solo moves out of Galleria. It's inevitable.
Yeah, I saw NIP McLovin also got knocked, I believe, as well. So again, a lot of teams missing some people as we get rotating to our next spot here. McLovin did get res, so we are chilling there. Fnatic actually had made the rotate. I mean, look at this rotation from where Fnatic was. They were on top of EDAM. And now they've found themselves in Galleria. I'm assuming that was a Valk ult of some kind to get to this position here. We see Citadel Gaming again going down here, picking up some kills from Sharky and from Zane here. But now Faye is going to be in a really big trouble trying to rotate in. I believe it's just Cinetic that is left. Down he goes. Mango picking up some kills along with Aurora there. Now FYR Strays lose their last member, so they are going to be in a difficult position moving into World's Edge here. And all of a sudden here, after that rotation out of EDAM, where a lot of teams expected this thing to pull, we are down to, I believe, about 14 squads left here.
Remember, the Altar going right back after finding themselves pinched between Fnatic and SBI. The Crypto drones are out and about, but I like where the zone pool is going to be moving on to, because Legacy are on the edge of that southeastern zone, and Grow Gaming can kind of walk up behind Oblivion.
Team Mango actually has some decent points, 17. Obviously not going to be close enough. The one team that's really been impressing me with the KP they've been getting is Oblivion. This entire tournament, they haven't been getting KP. They've just been getting a lot of just good placement.
Come on, Peace.
Yeah, it's definitely here.
I need you.
They're always in the kill feed.
Fafa fifth, though, has
got
the Kraber.
Queba.
He does get shot in the back, so he will need to be careful. The bow and arrow as well, but now we lose Got Gap, which that is Suvi picking up the kill from Unlimit now. He's going to just try to stare down this corner here.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. He almost jumped into that here. Some mid cracks onto Suvi. Sharky getting a knock onto Mango here. But again, Unlimit definitely pushing up very hard on this one. There's the full kill. Ulari Man picking up the other knock onto a Flow. Fafa fifth will look to back up here. That should be a full kill of a Flow, which they do get. Unfortunately, Peace not getting much of the action on that one. But it's going to be a very tough rotation trying to get in here. And as you can see, and like I said, this was not ever going to end in Galleria. This is going to end on the other side, as zones cannot end in Galleria based on the structure of the POI. So we're going to see a pretty devious zone pull onto the other side, where there's just not that much playable space.
So Fnatic is still inside Galleria right now, next to the Chicken Beak.
Yeah, we're going to see here. Yep, the bang ult coming out, and now the ult here from Fnatic. Again, they should reach over the top of this, but what can they find for space here in this zone, especially not playing any sort of character that can hold space? Ilari, man, now Fafa, I mean, there's
No,
just so much popping
peace.
off in the kill feed here. Phony had gotten a knock here onto one member of Unlimit. Now he's going to go down. This is going to be a tough here. Phony did get one knock. We'll have to see if he can get that full kill, but he does not. So that means Phony, unfortunately, we're going to miss out because that bleed out happened after the fact.
Fuck.
So two of us unfortunately go down with that particular one here. I'm not sure did Unlimit survive that entire exchange. I thought I saw them die.
I think they
Maybe
died.
I missed it there. I do think we have to wait and see here. Fnatic still somehow is alive, at least for the time being. Maybe not for long, but they are trying to hold out here. They've got this little fountain, but now Wolves looking to swing this here. They get absolutely melted here. He does get the knock. Yuka moving crazy on the bang, but he goes down as well here. So Wolves getting some kills. Donut trying to stay alive. He goes down. And now we are down to 8 squads. We have an absolute graveyard of death boxes here, which really is unfortunate for me because I had Phony picking up a kill after he died, and Yuka F had picked up 2 kills after he died. So they really just wanted to rub it in my face that I was not winning money. So thanks, guys. That is tragic. But you'll see here, again, I do believe Unlimited did go down. So all of us, naturally, don't win anything.
Tragic.
You know, what's new?
What's new?
Of course, 2 of my legs hit. Third one misses. It's been the story of my gambling career so far.
And down goes NIP here. SAU well picking up some much needed points there as they look to get the revive. They're going to have to rotate in with this zone, though. It'll be a tough one. Legacy in a pretty darn good spot here as they look to rotate in. We got VK Gaming alive as well here, looking to hold out in their spot here. We got Grow Gaming now moving in here, trying to get some shots down. Again, 7 squads, like they said here. Got some exchanges in the kill feed. We'll try to keep track of who is dying on this rotation. And a big fight here by Legacy. Once again, this is on SBI Esports here. Jaguaris with the headshot, with the triple take, and down he goes. Legacy again with a huge fight win. We've got Grow now wiping out Oblivion. We've got VK Gaming getting wiped out by SAU well. And my goodness, everything popped off in this kill feed here. We got Legacy down to a duo, but they get a knock onto Aurora here. Again, we got Legacy, Grow, SAUL, and Aurora all alive here. We have some members missing for Legacy, members missing for Aurora. Grow Gaming, literally the only 3-man up currently in this end game here. SAUL trying to get some reses here to get back to a full 3-man, but again, the most healthy team right now is Grow until we get this revive by Nazul. So that's going to put Legacy back at a full 3-man and also a lot of great space for Legacy on this side of zone.
Legacy starting to run away with this lobby here. First place, 35 points. And they still have the opportunity to win this thing and get some more KP as well. Also, Aurora getting a lot of points. They're on the outside looking in, but they had a very rough first 2 games, and now they're sitting here with an opportunity to get some more. Hierarchy takes a ton of damage, though. They're going to have to move back. Storm on their ass. They're going to have to make something happen quickly here.
And we see here, they're trying to get into zone. Hierarchy just down to about 10 HP. They have to get a good, oh my goodness, Uchaka with the Kraber onto Yanya here. We do get the crypto ulti out to slow things down just a bit, but again, that is a huge pick onto Yanya of Legacy there as one of the teams on the other side. They do get the revive onto Yanya here, and then a knock onto Hierarchy from dropped, actually. So now Aurora is going to be in a tough spot. SAUL playing down low again. We're going to see Legacy now send it onto Aurora. I love this play here by Legacy. They're playing super aggressive, and they know the other 2 teams really can't push. I think Grow now at the same time trying to take the fight to SAUL. This might leave things open now for Legacy to close this game out here as 2 members are alive still for Grow. And Legacy here now. Yanya playing down low. He's trying to get some more KP here to get knocked dead. He gets the kill there, but they might have overplayed their hand here as now Jaguares is only down to 10 HP. He does get the kill though now, but they are not a full trio here in this last fight. We've got one member left, but they still win it, and Legacy take the dub here, and with that will clinch their spot basically by the math to our winners finals. And again, you talked about it before, Wyatt, veteran gameplay,
the vets
shining once again.
The vets get 12 kills and a win. That's 24 points, I believe. And they already had a decent amount of points going into that. Legacy, that's not even an org, is it?
No.
They're just free agents, and they're out here doing it.
Trying to find your footing.
Yep, you love to see it from the boys. Again, a team that has had a lot of questions this year with how they've played, not been at their best form throughout most of the season, but they have finally found their stride at the right time, at the right place, and again, have secured themselves as crossing over the 40-point barrier into our match point finals tomorrow. Big thing for them now will be playing for seeding, as if they can hold on to the 1 seed, they should get the 11th pick in the draft. As we see the match 3 results, we've got Grow Gaming with another solid game of 15. SAUL joined the party now with 14. Aurora there with 8. Oblivion and SPI both with 7. Those are our big notables. Scores there. Unlimit there with 6. Not too shabby for them either. But again, some big games for Legacy to clinch their spot. Grow Gaming feeling much better. SAUL, like I said, really getting their first good game of the day so far. We look at the overall standings now. A little bit of a shakeup from where we were at. We've got Legacy up in first again. Will be qualified to tomorrow. Grow Gaming at 30, kind of on that edge of probably needing about maybe 5, 6, 7 more points to feel a lot better. Oblivion there in third. Crazy Thieves tied with 5 Fears and NIP for 4th, 5th, and 6th with 26. SAUL with 21, Wolves 19, Fnatic 18, and Team Mango currently holding that cutoff spot at 17 points. So that is E-District. And now Wyatt, I know he's going to walk away, but you can hear this question at the very least. It is going to be interesting now because we've got obviously Newcastle and Caustic banned per usual, and we've got Alter banned. So I assume we'll see some more Valk, probably see some Bangalore, and probably see a lot of crypto. It is going to be a shootout, I feel like, these last 3 games. We might see some crazy numbers in terms of 12 squads, ring 2. Probably not, but I mean,
Jumba.
We'll see.
Jumba and Jayhawk on the desk.
Let's see if Jumba can do it.
Round 2 was just too exciting for you to stay away from. We're going to dive into all of that here in just a second, but for now, say hello to everybody.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it was a year ago at this event. It was my first time on the desk, so what better than to be back with you guys?
Also, one of the
love to see it.
A lot of the
someday that'll be Wyatt.
Content you've been seeing all weekend long, so big
I'm going to keep putting that out there.
As well. Give me your thoughts real quick on what you've seen out of the competition so far this weekend.
Oh, it's been some of the most competitive Apex I've seen in like the last 2 years. It feels like finally like all the teams are very much on an equal plane, and we see that with every game ending, you know, close to 15, 18 squads. It's been awesome.
Yeah, this has been a very fun
nothing
elimination
yet.
round 2 so far. Lots of these teams starting to
Origins,
pop off when it
Revelations,
matters, okay?
dummy
We're
stupid.
now halfway through the last
I do
series
feel
of
like though
today, and we're
Jay
gonna look
is
back
just
at
really
the
good at
final
that
moments
kind
to
of
see
stuff.
He is.
So we'll
how
see.
where we are. So
You can figure it out.
pick your
He
match
is.
number 1.
Yeah, this match one, we saw the Crazy Thieves honestly come out with a big one, but honestly the story was this fight right here with the NIP, and then we had Fnatic come in. This was honestly one of the most fun fights to watch this whole match right here. As you had Vayne going in the 1v1 right here. You see how intense this gets. It just shields all over the place. Fnatic gets a big win. You had the entire crowd popping off. And honestly, Crazy Thieves, they just put themselves in a really good position this entire time. They were playing from height. They were letting these teams play it out. And then they just decided to capitalize on it when everyone's down. So Crazy Thieves with the big win in the game 1. They've actually had a pretty poor performance in the games 2 and 3. So it was really good for them to get that momentum out right there.
Yeah, so then in match 2 here, there's a 3-way fight going on one half of the zone. So 5 Fears, they take that opportunity to just jump
Wolves and absolutely destroy them. It's textbook Apex. There's no new revelations here. And what they do
Revelations
pays off for them. Right after
Big.
this fight, as they clean up, Oblivion's left as a solo on the other side. They walk over, easy cleanup. They take over this game, and they walk out with a win. If they keep up this momentum that they had from this game, we'll have 2 tight teams in the finals tomorrow, which is going to be really exciting to see.
You hit Revelations.
Absolutely. And as we head into game 3, guys, I have to say, I'm getting real sick and tired of people around the world doubting this Legacy team, whether it be when they contested Optic and almost missed land back in year 3, whether it's when they fell to the elimination bracket in the midseason playoffs just 6 months ago. So many people feel like this is finally the time that this team's run comes to an end. And every single time they have the clutch gene and make it through to the finals. And when it comes fight or flight, they always choose to fight. And they win those more often than not. And so I love to see Legacy popping off right now. Double the kills of any other team in this lobby right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard that D. I thought he was gonna say dummy.
I thought so too.
What if they got glittering on it? She just says dummy stupid.
I'd pop off.
I'd pop off too.
48 points total for Legacy, followed by Grow Gaming there with 30. And I'm just going to come straight back to you, Jayhawk, because I know how
I wonder if he let Jay in on it.
Would surprise me.
Absolutely. A lot of people have felt like they never really adjusted to the POI draft or legend bans, even myself included. They've had a lot of struggles. I'm not denying that by any means. But when we get to LAN, these guys always seem to figure it out. I don't know what it is about the crowd, the atmosphere, the tension, but that is when they thrive the most. And so we're seeing it on full display here. And this is big too, because this affects their potential seeding. And we know that this is a team, like Vicky said, very momentum based. And so if they can get some solid POIs to allow them to continue this aggression, then they can carry that momentum all the way into Sunday.
Yeah, we can see some stats here for them as well.
Perfect opportunity to say they can go dummy.
This is the consistency that we're
They
getting
can go
out of this
dummy
run, something
stupid.
We talked about heading into this series, Eric. It is so important to not only find that, but then clutch it out with the win as well.
Yeah, I think we saw it early on in that very first game when they were going up against Unlimited. I think they got 5 or 6 KP on them, just chasing them around the map. So you could just see the confidence in what they're trying to do with the KP. But for them to get a 4th,
Dude, I knew as soon as Legacy started doing well, I was like, Jayhawk is gonna feel so vindicated.
Yeah, he is. And he lets you know about it too. He's not one to just like let sleeping dogs lie. He's gonna let you know.
I will like give him his credit though. It's like he is more often right than not, but it's because he does a lot of research and all that crap. He works hard. We get it, Jay. All right.
We even heard the casters talking
Bro,
about
just
it.
calling us earlier, FaceTiming just so we can listen to him get glazed. It's crazy.
Looking forward to the next stage of the competition, but there are
Glazer.
still so many other squads
Self-glaze
that
is
are
crazy.
looking to do exactly that. One of the ones that we had spoken about coming into today was Unlimited, and you can see the difference here because this is going to be their group stage versus their
Limit
round
once again.
stage. And we're trying to see
It's one of those
where
things
we're
that like you
getting out
don't
of this
ever want to
squad, so
obviously
they
prey
can
on
take
downfalls,
them to
but
March.
it's like Jay and I talked about.
Absolutely. You know, here's the thing. Unlimited,
Hold on.
we know that they're a team that comes out with the big damage, the big kills. Everyone talks about Yolari, man, but I think they even look over how good Peace is when it comes to that. So in a set like this,
Damn.
when you know that 10th spot might
That
be
hurts
around
more.
30, 35 points, they just need one big game. They still got 3 games here, lots of Apex left to play, and they can absolutely do that, get into tomorrow, and get in there with putting up the same amount of damage, same amount of kills.
So we just need to see the stats that we saw in groups happening right now. You know, they
exactly.
need to pick it up a little bit here in the second half of the series. They're definitely capable.
Really
of
hoping to hear them
doing
get back to their
exactly
origin.
I just,
that.
yeah, no,
It's
get
gonna
back
be
to their
interesting
origin.
See if they can manage though, because there's not a lot of time left. Another team that we have been talking about a lot though is, of course, all of our regional, local hero squads. And one of the people that we've been highlighting specifically throughout the
They're going
weekend in
into
a
a,
very fun way is Yukio. If you thought his games were done, you are wrong, okay? Because it is time for part 3 of Yukio's real Apex games.
These have been funny, actually.
Let's see.
Oh God, wait, do they have like a VR headset on?
No, they got
Wait,
pig
what
mask.
the hell?
This is a blindfold.
What the fuck?
そして30秒以内に最高の顔を作っていただきます。
Oh my gosh.
それでは
This is gonna be hilarious. I love this guy.
Chumba.
Chumpa's is an angry pig, bro.
Wait, whoa. This paper's big. This paper's really big.
This paper's big.
This is not the eye.
No, this is the eye. Oh my.
Oh no, I think this is the nose.
Wait, if this is.
All right.
That
What
feels
the hell is that sound
that feels
effect?
so good.
Axelon is such a cheater, bro.
He's such a goof.
He's such a goober.
I'm actually so confident in mine.
He just literally put that shit in his
I
forehead.
think I've ever been more confident about than this right now.
Close.
Baxlon's face is actually sick as fuck.
Wait, oh god. 3つ目のチャレンジ。福笑いチャレン
It's
ジの
Vax.
勝者はバクソン。
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely Vax.
やるみたいやね。これは
Vax cooked.
リアルエイペックスゲームでした。
Love the segment. Absolutely love to see it.
Yeah.
Jumba, I have so many questions. I have so many questions about that.
He felt good
Talk me
about
through
that.
it, okay, because you were competing in that, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, yours did not look very good.
Okay, first of all, they gave us like no instructions. They set us up for failure. And then did you guys see mine? Mine was different. It was way harder than the other two. And then you have Vax over there sabotaging, pulling the papers. I think Zane could have actually won that one, but Vax hadn't won any games yet, so he needed to do something to take.
Saying they rigged it. They rigged it for his confidence.
He definitely, a little bit. I don't know.
Damn.
I'm not saying that, but you know, you guys watched it yourself. But it was a blast. The games were all fun. Everyone thought I was going to do the worst. I still took the chopstick one. I was the best
Went
there.
dummy stupid on that one.
Oh my god! He said dummy stupid.
go!
I'm gonna need you to bring it back. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm texting Jay Hog right now.
Yes.
Just as much as
Oh.
we have more action.
I'm
Obviously,
shooketh.
we're in our elimination round, but we still have to
We just heard dummy stupid
We
on
just
an
heard
official
dummy
Out of
stupid.
Jayhawk's
broadcast.
mouth.
all of the action. Head on over to the website, okay? ALGS.EA.com.
Oh my
You
god.
can also see the POI draft for
I mean,
tomorrow.
what a
Very
fucking
important
legend.
information
Are you
on
kidding me?
That's why you're my dog, Jay. That's why you're my dog.
Are you kidding me?
You're my dog, Jay.
of all
Let's
the-
Oh my God.
See,
Let's go.
that's the reason why this man
You
is
and
up for
dummy
awards, ladies and
stupid.
gentlemen.
When it comes
That
to
is
What a
incredible.
guy.
You guys have absolutely crushed it. Thank you so much for joining us here on the halftime show. But we gotta get back.
And he said it with
into
a straight
the action.
face.
It's time to close out elimination.
Like,
round two
that
to
is
find out who the final
incredible.
His face is so good.
Let's go.
Are you guys ready to get into it?
Oh, yeah, we definitely are. I cannot believe this is it.
Shout out
This is the
Jay.
final 10
Jay, you're my
teams to
dog. You
lock
know
in
that?
their ticket for tomorrow's match
Oh
point
my
finals. Of
God,
course,
that
it's
was
starting
the
to get pretty late
best
in the
Bro.
dome,
You and dummy
He's
stupid on that
stupid.
one.
He said, "That's for you."
who makes it to the POI draft. The question, are we ready?
Oh
And
yeah.
the answer is a mix for me between yes and no.
Oh
On
my!
one
I think that
hand,
just cleared my
yes,
cold.
we're
I don't
preparing
even like. I am just so
Dude,
locked in now.
I'm fucking hyped.
possibly be ready.
Bro.
Jayhawk said dummy stupid live
Said
on
dummy
air.
stupid
That is
live on
the
air.
best thing I could have ever heard in my entire life.
Holy shit, man.
What a
We're just about
What a
dead.
night.
Donnie's about to pass out. I'm standing up so I don't fall asleep. We lose every single bet we place.
every
And this
bet.
made
And
it
that
all
just
worth it.
brought us back.
That-
This
that
made
brought
it
me
all
back.
worth it.
At the top left of your screen, Citadel.
Dude,
first
that
pick,
was
Lava
incredible. I mean,
second.
I can't even break down this POI draft. You guys can just listen to Dia because I'm just still shook.
Dude.
The only thing I'll say is that we've got FaZe and Unlimit at Skyhook.
Dude, look at NIP.
Extremely well for
NIP
This is not
down in the
good.
doldrums.
This is not good at all.
Oh no.
This is not good at all. You went dummy stupid
You
on
went
that
dummy
one.
They went dummy
stupid on
stupid on that one.
He really hit it.
Dude, he really
Oh,
hit that.
yes.
That was the craziest
Yes.
thing I've ever heard. That was the best thing I could have heard from Jay.
I think Jumbo was surprised.
Yeah, no,
Unless they
Jumbo was
coordinated that. Unless they coordinated
It
that.
wouldn't surprise me.
Because Jumbo had like 3 times he could have said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like they had to like come together and figure out who was going to say
Well, I
what.
think it would be perfect like they slipped it in at the end there, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounded bad. But anyway, they just kind of they kind of put that into the at the back end of the breaking all that down.
Yes.
So then that way, all Glitter had to do was like not react to it and just move on to the next one.
Shout
Dude, I
out.
can't believe it, man. I got to ask him. I don't even
That
want to
is the
ask him yet. I don't
greatest
even want to
thing.
ask
Don't
him yet.
ask him yet.
I want to wait till he comes back. I want to hear the explanation. I want to know if it was a collaborative effort. Well, it had to be somewhat of a collaborative
I
effort.
think so.
But But here we go into match 4. About to go dummy stupid on this shit
can't
again.
believe that.
We absolutely love it from the legend Jayhawk.
The legend.
And again, that's the stuff we get here from the Apex the podcast.
I guarantee.
Ask, they deliver. It is just, again, that's just why those two are the absolute goats.
Dude, that's so sick.
You
But
dummy stupid.
That's going to at least carry me through this game.
oh yeah,
That
my
adrenaline.
100%. But again, big shout out to Legacy here as they have qualified once again for another finals. Why do we keep doubting them? I don't know why we do. They just keep doing their thing every time they show up at LAN. It's really just that LAN buff for the boys over at Legacy. But again, we are a lot of teams still in a very rough position. And shocker, we are back to thermal station once again.
How many thermal zones have we gotten today?
Can we just remember back to LA when we were begging for thermal zones? And now it's just like, please, I want to go to a different neighborhood. Like, I just want to go anywhere else on the map. But Grow Gaming, if they've got the info, we'll be excited about this one as we see SBI Esports, we see Keontrope Gaming, Serial, all hightailing it over here. Oblivion should be moving. Fnatic also should be moving as well. Would not surprise me if Fnatic decides to play this choke. I know they like to kind of slow play these zones and potentially hold out a lot of teams trying to come in from the tree side. But again, a lot of teams here. This cutoff is very close.
I still can't believe it.
I mean, yeah, we're still on shell shock that we just heard dummy stupid on the ALGS broadcast.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
So sick.
But now we've got SBI Esports in a bit of trouble here.
Oblivion back in zone, man. And listen, last game, Oblivion, although they didn't get very high placement, they keep getting kills, and it's allowing them to stay above the threshold right now. If they get like one more decent game, they should be A-okay.
I agree. As we say that Oblivion does get a knock. Again, it might be tough to get the full kill here. We do see Cersei getting a full kill on to Cash of CTG. So again, CTG, who is our second overall seed from the group stages, have struggled mightily in these bracket stage games here. So again, another one of those teams that you love the aggression early on. Could they take it to the elimination stages? And unfortunately, they have not been able to do so far. It does look like the duo is able to be backed up here and find potentially a res. But again, Citadel off to a mighty struggle so far here. As we see Yanya also picking up another knock. That is on to Casa here. Again, if you just see us chuckling, it's just because, again, we heard dummy stupid. That's just not going to go away. We've heard that officially on an ALGS broadcast.
Never thought my vocabulary would make it in.
I mean, big shout out to Kyle for even bringing that vocab out to the world for Jay to then use on an official LGS broadcast. Not even during the group stages, mind you. Legitimately the second biggest day of the entire tournament. So incredible stuff there as we see Casa does get full killed. We do see Fnatic now getting into a big fight here as they're trying to play the backside of Thermal Station. But they may want to slow this down here unless they can think they can get an opening against SAUL. We also did see Citadel up here to get the reset here. So we should be back, I believe, to at least 59 players as Casa is the only one that's full killed currently. But yeah, we've got both these teams playing the backside. I don't think it'll end back here, but at least for now, if they can coexist, they should be at least in a decent sort of shape here before we get this next zone pull. But we do see now Legacy getting into the mix of it. New Zool flying back here. I mean, we've got, again, we thought it might get more aggressive with some of these character bans, and now teams getting more desperate. And here we are now, teams just absolutely flying at one another, trying to get this pick KP.
Looks like VK Gaming.
Yeah, so Yanya's going to get a knock onto VK. He's going to get that full kill, and the rich get richer. Legacy continues to stack on points. They really have solidified going to finals, but if you're a team in the lower brackets or even a team nearing the line, them soaking up points is good for you. You want that threshold to be as low as it can possibly be just in case you need that situation in a game 5 or a game 6.
Absolutely. We have a big fight here for NIP, who, again, has gotten off to a solid start through our first 3 games, but still some work to do. They will need to be careful, as I believe there's another team, yes, at Boogie Borders, that has flown their way in, and now NIP has found themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place here. They're going to have to be very careful about where they decide to go. McLovin comes flying in here, gets some good damage now. He gets the knock. He's going to try to get this full kill here to get the shield swap, and he does. I mean, a crazy kill, but then he gets knocked down here. So Vayne, the only one here as the Bangalore, appears at least right now to have been able to back up here. And then Metro also gets killed, as CTG says thank you very much, as they are now on the board. He actually got a knock with the smoke launcher. So shout out for the Bangalore
Sometimes
player
you just need to see one going. It doesn't matter how.
Sometimes you got to take a shield cell and just throw it at the motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, we'll take it here. We do see VK Gaming does get the reses, at least for now. So they should hopefully be in a little bit of a better spot. But again, a lot of those teams on the outside looking in, or even just on the cusp, are fighting early, and this could definitely prove trouble for some of those teams, as again, they're quickly losing opportunities to gain enough points here. As we still see Vayne now trying to run away here. I believe he might still be by himself here. He is running away. He's trying to swing, though, onto, actually looks like they might have actually gotten a res. Oh my God, McLovin and Karev both had gotten rezzed here. So now it's just Zuni that's left by himself here.
And they're going to try to get a nade here. They're going to finish off one, but Zuni's going to be able to get away for now. He should be able to get this shield battery off. Boogie Borders goes down in the meantime. That's a team that was nearing that fight, or at least started that fight. McLovin gets the full kill on another CTG member. I believe that's Remix Powers. So now Zuni running for his life, just trying to make this survival mode happen, because they have not had a good day, sitting at just 1 point overall. But McLovin says, I am not allowing that to happen. I need the points too. And there they go. Oh, my
goodness. McLovin with an absolute beam there as they pick up some more KP. And unfortunately, again, CTG find themselves going out early. Only 2 more games left for them to do anything. But, I mean, they are so far behind the 8 ball. We're going to have to look at potentially back-to-back wins for them to even have a chance here. But NIP, I mean, they started off getting knocked between Boogie Borders, CTG. Things look terrible. Vayne's able to get out, somehow reses both guys that were down, and now they are the reapers of the KP there, and now have somehow find themselves in the better position here as they rotate towards this choke, heading into thermal station. And as you see here, a pretty similar zone pull to what we saw earlier, pulling a little bit more towards the tracks up there towards thermal station, kind of more on the east side of the map. But we do see here 2 teams trying to take this fight here. It does look like SAUL had lost a member. They're trying to shoot through the wall windows here, not cutting it right now. A very awkward fight, because I do believe there's another team in the distance shooting them. So this is going to be one that Fnatic will have to play this very intelligently, and it looks like they are, at least for now, trying to back up at least a little bit.
Yeah, and something to keep in mind with that NIP fight, they jumped all the way, I believe, from 8th or 6th to 2nd overall in points. They're sitting at 30. I thought they needed a lot more points. I thought they struggled early on, and they might have had one game that was not their best, but they're sitting in 2nd at 30 points. We talked about the cutoff a lot of times being that 40-ish range, and with Legacy soaking up a lot of these points, it might even be lower than that. They could already be going to the finals lobby, but obviously you want to keep playing, making sure you can solidify that for tomorrow.
Wait, they're playing Ashe. What the hell?
Yeah, Limit now pulling out the Ashe, the Seer, and the Maggie, getting super aggressive here, as we see now VK Gaming, FaZe, and NIP getting into a fight here. We're also respawning Uchako here as well. So we talked about NIP there. They do lose out on Vayne. So we'll have to see what Kurev and McLovin can potentially do in terms of trying to rotate in there. But again, a pretty big mix with VK Gaming and FaZe all fighting there as well. VK Gaming getting a ton of pressure, though, from Yulari Man and Unlimit. They get the first knock. They get the second knock with a bunch of nades here. They do have to be careful because they're getting shot from distance, so they will have to be careful. But they do have the 2 knocks, at least currently. Can VK Gaming do anything to res? I don't think they can, as the Seer comes flying in. That's 1 full kill. That's 2. QQ somehow manages to get out of that situation. I'm not sure with the Seer ult that they did not see where he went, but that is huge for QQ there to somehow find a way away from that. But we do see now NIP coming from zone, trying to see if they can do anything to res Vayne here. We do see Peace getting a full kill. Kyle is punching the air right now. Because I believe he's picked up at least 2 kills.
Of
from
course
my
he has.
understanding.
No, of course he has.
It is at least 1, but now McLovin does go down to Yulari Man. Down it goes VK Gaming, which again, very rough for them. They are not in a very good position here with 2 games left to potentially qualify. Yeah, 17 squads here though. As we see now, NIP, we talked about them winning that fight, but now they unfortunately go down here as now on Limit starting to pick up the pace here. And maybe all it took was Ash, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you never really know what can change things here. And this is what happens when you have legend bans.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are just like, you know what? I'm really good with this character and we need points.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on it and we're going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see here a very identical zone to what we saw earlier. Again, we got Wolves in one of the best spots, if not the best spot currently for this zone. We got FaZe playing from Edge. We got Unlimit. I don't know how the hell they're going to wrap this. I'm assuming they're going to try to play underneath of Legacy here, as Legacy owns the top portion. But yeah, wrapping through here zone is going to be a tough one if Legacy decides to peek this before they get to the tunnel. The Ashport does come out, though, from Peace. So that means they should safely at least get in for now. But that means they do not have the Ashport to move forward once this next zone closes. So potentially got to play a little bit more patient here, see if they can do anything. Oh, yeah, that is confirmation that Peace does have 2 kills. So once again, Kyle really becoming best friends with Peace here quickly as these games go on. But again, we've got Legacy up top here, Unlimit down below. Again, we got a lot of squads left still in this particular zone. And again, really the god spot right now does appear to be with Wolves as they are chilling in the buildings here on the train tracks.
Now, Oblivion is sitting at the top of Thermal Station, and they don't really have to play the game right now. They can just watch as a lot of these teams start to go down and die, and they can stack up points that way. They also have advantage on a lot of these teams trying to make the rotate into Thermal Station so they can get some knocks. Going to be a little bit more difficult to finish off some of those kills, but you never know. You can get a good knock, somebody else can finish it for you, and you can get points that way. Oblivion in a very good spot. S8UL sitting at 7th. They're fighting right now. Sharky and Legacy are down real bad, and Jesco is really down bad. He's knocked. Sharky's going to get knocked right here by Serial. Ooh, and he's going to be able to shoot through that railing right there. Whenever I shoot through the railing, bullets just disappear.
They never hit my target, I'll tell you that.
They don't go where I want them to.
Yeah. Cryo, we definitely were struggling pretty bad when this set started. We managed to find a little bit of energy, and then Jayhawk just said "dummies stupid" on the broadcast. So we've got life. Back
Oblivion
here.
Oblivion dropped down from their spot to get some kills, and they're going to rack up some points right here, jumping all the way up to second place now. They hold second place, and now they're going to try to get back up top if possible.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good about where they are at now, as we have 14 squads here. You're gonna have to be careful as he is on Seer scan here. So they're going to try to back all the way up here just so that scan does go away here. Monsoon, obviously, them trying to focus them, to push them off of their back and make them rotate away. We do see FaZe picking up a knock and kill on to Strafing Flame of Team Mango here. So again, all these teams on this side of the zone where Grow is at, SBI is at, going to have a very tough rotation to get across to the other side here.
This platform can be game winning in circles like these. The question is, have Mango moved here too early? If they have,
watching Yuka F move has to be one of the most mesmerizing things I've ever seen.
On Bangalore too.
He just moves so smoothly.
And we do see Fnatic though.
I shouldn't have said anything. What the fuck?
Because Peace, of course, gets the knock, because of course he does.
You gotta be
and he
shitting.
gets the full kill. So he literally just got 3 kills in this one game. So
I saw the rage in Kyle's face right now.
Yeah, we do lose FaZe.
Dude, I can't catch a break.
Gaming. Yeah, just unfortunate for Kyle here. Jin Burton does get the knock here onto Cannon and does get the full kill here. I'll give Kyle a moment of peace here. Kinotro Gaming.
I just saw the anger on his face.
Now SBI Esports taking a fight on the Wolves, who was in one of our best spots here. Now Wolves going out here kind of early for having one of the best spots in zone. SBI Esports now pick up a bunch of kills there onto that. May now have one of the better spots in zone. Yulari Man gets some kills along with Libel Ace. So we'll have to see if Fnatic potentially is able to get the revive onto Yuka F. But we do have a listen in with Oblivion here.
Okay, we just go late, yeah? And we literally go late and we grief. Okay, listen. We go late and then we just play on the on the we take like up to whatever it is.
Yeah, and then we just kill them underneath when they cross.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah,
No, if they set up across, we're gonna die. We need to go when they cross.
Because it takes 20 seconds to cross.
Those are the difficult, tense decisions that Oblivion are making right now.
You hear that conversation between Blink and Monsoon, especially the two working out their macro, micro decisions here, trying to get themselves in the best spot possible. Again, they're going to have to time this up really well, as they do have Aurora right in front of them, along with CRT just going to be poking down here. They do get the knock, though, from up top, so this might be the green light for Monsoon here, as they are pushing in on this with the Seer scan. They're going to get some great information about where they're at, and my goodness, what a turn onto Aurora. That's
Dude, they're getting kills,
huge
man.
KP for Oblivion. Now we see some other fighting taking place as Legacy down to just Jaguaris on the crypto here. FYR picking up some much needed KP here. Enemy with some good kills there. Jaguaris going to try to rotate in. I'm assuming he'll probably go down here. Yes, he does. Peace again picks up another kill, which again, Kyle is just not feeling it, man. But we do see down to our final 7 squads. Some great shots here. Yulari Man getting a kill onto Blinkster here, getting the knock onto enemy as well. This might be the go button for Unlimited in this game as they pick up some more kills here. And we are down to our top 5 squads as Fire Strays does go down. We have Crazy Thieves in a decent spot. 5 Fears. I found an interesting spot down here. I'm not sure there's going to be a whole lot that they can do. They have the Gibby Bubble out, so maybe they can stall for a bit. And we have the Maggie Ball of Doom thrown down to break up the Gibby Bubble. That is an insane call by Jin Burton to use that. Hopefully they don't need that later. But yeah, they're going to try to put a ton of pressure down there. Fnatic going down in 5th place. Yulari Man with another kill. Again, this might be that game that Unlimited needed to potentially catapult themselves into a final conversation, as they are in the 7th now with a lot more opportunities for kills here. We've got Crazy Thieves, we got 5 Fears, we've got Unlimited, we got SBI Esports all up here as our last 4 squads.
Yeah, so if you look over at Crazy Thieves, they have gotten a ton of KP, not to mention the placement points. They are, I believe, are only 3 points away from that 40-point threshold. So they've kind of solidified their position here in the top 10.
Man, Unlimited couldn't have just said fuck it like one game earlier and just ran this comp. I mean, holy shit. I mean,
might have just been the map.
Maybe it was the map.
Yeah, we see here they're at 12 kills right now, absolutely frying out the lobby here, going crazy. I believe this is 6 for Yulari Man. I believe Peace probably has about 4, leaving Subi with 2 there. But we see here getting some absolute nuclear damage onto SBI Esports, as they're gonna have to rotate out of the house here. Crazy Thieves on the other side of this platform. We do have 5 Fears then down below. I'm not sure what. Oh my god, they're gonna go for the Valk ult of Doom here. So we'll have to see if they maybe full send somebody here and absolutely surprise somebody. I'm not sure where they can land here.
Oh, they're landing
and they have
on
decided
Crazy
to land
Thieves.
on to Crazy Thieves here as a crazy fight breaks out. And my goodness, 5 Fears gets absolutely rolled here. Phony does go down, which is unfortunate. They at least do get the KP to solidify their spot into finals tomorrow. But again, we've got Unlimited going crazy, but Peace does go down here, as Crazy Thieves is still trying to stall, and down goes Unlimited, as now SBI Esports pick up the scraps here. And once again, there's the championship celebration you love to see. SBI Esports somehow, again, surprises us, and depending on what this point total is, we might have seen the 39th seeded team from group stages qualify. UKF is not happy, though. that is not the face of a man that's very happy.
I got to
right now.
assume the coach is the one just sitting on the far right, just with no reaction, just kind of chilling. Am I right?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know for sure. But
that guy's hyped.
But honestly, though, what an amazing story. And again, just another one of our APAC North teams, one of our Japanese teams here that you love to see them going dummy stupid, as some would say on the broadcast. SBI Esports with 18, Crazy Thieves with 20, Unlimit with 20, Five Fears with 7, Oblivion down there with 11. Some great points for them. Fnatic only pick up 5 for as deep as they got into the game, so they'll still take it, but again, not a game that can really bank 100% on to qualify them for tomorrow. FYR Stray is getting into the game a little bit with 7, but other than that, nothing too crazy really outside of NIP. Does pick up 4 to kind of get them a little bit further up the leaderboard. But yeah, we take a look here. 17th, 14th, 12th, and then, oh, by the way, we're going to drop a 20 bomb as soon as Kyle doesn't have a bet on him.
Kyle doesn't have a bet on him. They drop 20 fucking bangs.
This is some bullshit. I don't even know. They're dropping 20 bones on that mother.
Yeah, I mean, what a game for Unlimit here. Again, this was a capability, Wyatt, that we knew that they could show, but on these maps, like we saw with E-District, it was tough when we have the Newcastle, when we have the Caustic in play. But now when they get into a little bit more of an open terrain, they're able to run an edge comp. They go absolutely nuclear.
So Legacy leading with 53, Crazy Thieves right behind them with 46, and Oblivion with 39 points. That threshold has now jumped all the way up to 21 points. That's SAUL at 10th, and Wolves Esports and Team Mango right behind them with just a couple points. So there is nobody safe right now other than maybe the top 3 with Legacy, Crazy Thieves, and Oblivion. Everybody else has a real dangerous play on their hands. They have to be continuing to stack up those points. Oblivion, I don't know if I've seen a team switch their play style up so quickly. They're just getting kills. They've got 22 kill points compared to just 17 of their placement points, which is the complete opposite of how they were playing before.
Yeah, you love to see it. The aggression coming out from the Triple M and K squad. Again, Blinkster, again, was always going to be a big factor for these guys, as he's the one that's going to be opening up a lot of their fights. But also to Monsoon's credit, too. Him and Blinkster have worked very well together. We heard the comms. As soon as they see that knock took place on Aurora, they're just able to take that KP and wipe them out. And yeah, like you said, they're just been able to get a lot more KP than we think we normally have seen them pick up. And you can see the results here as they now sit in 3rd place overall. And again, with those amount of points, when we usually see a cutoff of about 33 to 35, that realistically should qualify them into finals. So we'll see what the cutoff ends up being, but very, very good things for Oblivion right now as we get done with game number 4. Again, a lot of teams still have to find their way into the 35-point range to feel a lot better about where they're at. Some big names there on the outside looking in still. Obviously, Citadel Gaming, a big story, having been the 2nd seed. They are in dead last, I believe, with 1 point right now. We've got VKG on the outside looking in as our last EWC winners. And then I think one more team as well was Wolves Esports, which, again, I think a lot of people had projected in their top 10, are on the outside looking in now in 11th place. So I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be back.
All right, 1 minute and 20 seconds left till we get into this next game here. But a big game from all of the teams at the top. They all got a ton of points. I just can't get over Oblivion, man. I can't get over the fact that they just don't get kills. And all of a sudden they're like, fuck it, we're going to go get kills. But that just goes to show the amount of talent that is in this lobby, man.
Yeah.
That's just Apex Legends for you.
Reminds me of this team. You know, I put a bet on them. They just didn't do jack fuck, and then I don't put a bet on them. They dropped 20 fucking kills almost.
I can't even believe that.
Crazy. Yeah, just
that's some me shit. Like, that happens to me. And instead, it happened to Kyle.
Dude,
I can't believe it.
I wish they would have just said fuck it one game earlier, where they were like, yeah, this comp's not working. We're just going to play some fucking ranked bullshit. And they're like, let's just run it.
And I can't believe it.
Just insane to me.
I can't believe it.
I just got absolutely bamboozled.
He got bamboozled. No Mirage.
Also, shout out to the GOAT, Jayhawk,
Shout
for
out to the
pulling that
GOAT.
off.
Shout out to the GOAT. He really did it. Shout out to Jumba for also getting off the Revelations.
Shout out to Jumba for the Kobe assist.
Yeah, he did hit the Kobe assist. I really thought he was going to be able to hit the Origins too.
Oh, yeah, I thought there was a couple times where he could have fit him in there.
Mhm.
I feel like they have to tell the other casters what they're doing. I don't know. I feel like they kind of like laid it up for him a little
I
bit.
remember the first time I texted Jay that I thought he was just going to ignore the text, but he hit all 3 of them. No. First time he only hit 2.
It's got to be hard to work in. I wonder what the like producer said after he said "dummy stupid."
Listen, Jay, I feel like is one of those untouchables. You got to have him there. I can understand the fear that maybe Jumba had, but like Jay, like he's locked. He's locked in.
He's locked in. I feel like
As you should be.
I feel like he said "dummy stupid," and the producer was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" They're like, "Quick, cut to commercial. Cut to commercial."
Oh man.
Quick reminder that on Sunday we are.
The world we live in with dummy stupid.
I'm
being on the
so
road.
happy for
That's
Oblivion,
crazy.
bro. I'm
That's
so
so
happy for Oblivion.
Yeah, most definitely.
In the world, and we are getting closer and closer to that with every match. SBI's win last game, incredibly impressive. And now
I'm gonna have to like save the VOD of this or something for fucking future records.
It saves
bro.
it, so I was gonna
Yeah.
make a video out of it.
Oh, thank God, because that has to live in my memory full time. That is just
Yeah,
fantastic.
you are chilling and it's gonna be there.
I am so close to just falling over.
Yeah,
I am.
I've just been staring down this NyQuil, and like I could really take that and
There's
just be asleep right now.
2 games left. Is this game and one more?
I am so close to just
I
falling
might have to
over.
go out into stand-up mode here. pretty
I've
soon.
There
been
you
in
go.
stand-up mode. You tell me when. I'll mute the mic. You can adjust.
So here we go. Game number 5. Again, 2 games remaining to decide who our top 10 will be from this lobby to join our previous top 10 from the winners round into finals tomorrow, and which 10 teams will be going home after this set. Again, still a lot to play for. A lot of teams still within 1 good game striking distance of getting into the top 10 here, like we just saw with Unlimit going crazy there and getting a ton of KP and catapulting themselves into the top 10 after being into the bottom 5 previously. So we will see here again. Our cutoff right now at 10th place is 21 points, which is SAUL. Can you expect that number to get higher with 2 more games remaining? So again, the number we're typically looking for is something in between probably 32 to 35 points. And of course, as I get this great explanation, we get a pause.
You do get a pause. I figured.
I was
that there
gonna say the
something.
people were not moving for a second.
Imagine they all just decided at one moment. They're like, ah.
Take your hands off the controller.
Yeah.
Voting against all of these teams that are also still scrambling and trying to get equally comfortable, so that in your hopes, when you move into the bracket stage, that you
A lot of really good teams still on the outside looking in. A lot of really good teams in, but not safely.
Yeah. Yeah, again, the notables here, CTG, VK Gaming, and Wolves, probably the top 3 right now. And obviously, along with our defending champions, Aurora, formerly Go Next. Obviously, they have a different third, but again, they are the champions from year 4 that currently are on the outside looking in. So we'll have to see here what these last couple games bring. But as of right now, we would guarantee ourselves a new champion if things were to hold here and Aurora is not able to climb themselves into the top 10. But again, many teams down in the bottom 10 spots right now definitely have the capability of jumping themselves into that top 10.
Shout out to Johnny in the chat saying, I fell asleep and woke up to see you guys still here. Great dedication. Johnny, to be honest with you, it hasn't been easy. Has not been pretty. Took some naps in between some sets. Dayquil.
Dayquil at 2:40 in the morning.
So it has not been easy, but thank you for dropping by. We appreciate it, man. It's been fun. It's been a real good time.
Great time.
This has been the most fun I think I've had in the studio in a long time because, you know, usually we just come in here once a week for a couple hours, but it feels like I've been almost exclusively living in this studio.
True.
Which I got my money's worth for fixing it up. So,
True.
goodness gracious, man.
I've been either on a twin bed at Kyle's house or this specific spot in the studio. That's
Dude,
basically where I've been all week.
I am
or doghouse.
I'm so or doghouse grill. I am so close to just falling over, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah,
keeping my feet moving.
Dude,
what time do we have to be up tomorrow? Theoretically, I might have to sleep through the Broncos game, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, like I said, you've got the.
We got to go to Brian's thing, so.
It's not till like 5 though, right?
Yeah, so you don't have to get up till like 4.
Technically.
Yeah, let's see what time this
I'm
Broncos
going to imagine that's not going to be the case, especially with the kids probably being home.
Yeah, let's see.
I have to imagine that I probably wake up at fucking 8.
I'm going to see him play League of Legends at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
All right, I can kind of sleep in. The Broncos are going to start till 1:30.
I am taking a melatonin for sure.
There you go. I'll be taking this NyQuil 100%. But we see here, we get back into game number 5 here. We're going to get into a lava siphon pool here. So again, a lot of playable spots here for a lot of our teams. As we see Oblivion already getting to center zone, CTG as well. You see Aurora flying in. You see Boogie Borders flying in. You see a lot of teams trying to get into this zone quickly here and try to take up some of these good spots before some of these other teams arrive. Again, it's tough to play in some of these bigger buildings because there's a lot of entry points to potentially get third-partied. But again, got to get into one of these spots early here to have any sort of chance at some solid placement. So we got the Cat, Wraith, and Crypto out for Aurora, which definitely is a non-traditional comp, probably at least at this stage. But we'll see here. Again, we got CTG in some of these buildings. Serial had tried to rotate over, but looks like they got some pressure by Crazy Thieves. Yeah, nothing too crazy though to start with for now. No pun intended, but nothing. No kills, no knocks, no nothing here to kill feed to start our game number 5.
Lots slower games in World's Edge than we had on E-District, which I almost feel like would have been the opposite. But then again, this map has been in rotation for a very, very, very long time, so players and teams do know how to play this map a little bit better than the newer E-District. Grow Gaming's had a really good set too.
Yeah, Grow's definitely played rather well. Again, very steady performance as we expect from a team like Grow. You know, definitely in that 5th or 6th spot, like we would always expect Grow to be here. But yeah, again, they're going to look for probably anywhere from 5 to 7 more points to probably feel a little bit more secure about where they're at. Because again, we could definitely see that cut line jump up a few points there. So we'll have to wait and see what the rest of their performance looks like as we see SAUL. Again, the team to highlight right now, as they are the 10th place team, sitting there at 21 points. But again, we got Wolves there with 20. We got Mango with 19. Aurora with 17. And again, even going down to FYR Strays with 11. I mean, again, just one really good game, and they are right in the mix.
Margins are to make it into the top 10 at 21 points. I mean, I've seen teams easily crush 21 points in a single win.
I'm not sure what the largest game that we've seen of this tournament thus far is, but I know we've hit 30. So you're not out.
As we see here now, Serial trying to play the low spot, but it gets absolutely nuked here. That does look like Fnatic thought about potentially dropping for it. They're not going to, as they think better of it with Kenotrope right next to them there. You can see that they're trying to get some angles to try to get these kills. They do get the 1 kill. Now, Libel Ace is dropped all the way down. I'm not sure why he would do that. I think he gets back up, though, so they might get this res. And now Mango gets killed. We see Serial go down. Kenotrope has to back all the way up. I do think this will give Fnatic a chance to reset here. Yeah. But man, that felt like a young player. Oh, he didn't even get back up though. So Libel Ace is still down below here. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to pop this res or not. They're taking a peek here to see if there's anything that they can do. I'm assuming Yuka F will go down to try to get this res. Well, actually, no, they'll probably use the Watson, since the Watson should already have the support perk. But yeah, they are very lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, they're very fortunate. It looks like an accidental fall. Or maybe like it might have been one of those pushes where it was accidental, like he just didn't understand exactly what the call was.
Yeah. As we see here, Mango picking up 2 much-needed kills. Again, they are now right on that outside looking in here. You're going to see Easy Flash go up for some info here to see if they can spot out the solo, which they have. But Strafing Flame will definitely want to be careful with this, as he cannot get knocked. Pero does peek him here, though, so he's going to need to be very, very careful. Pero comes to swing. He gets back inside here, and they do pick up the KP. So now that puts Team Mango into that 10th place at 22. And so pretty good fight there for Team Mango as they pick up some much-needed KP. Again, they're going to try to get to the back to the top bridge or maybe stay down below. But again, another team very capable of finishing inside our top 10. They have now moved that cut line up 1 more point as it stands.
This bridge always seems like one of those just death zones, but people love to play it. And if you play it right, it can really help you out. But it just always feels like teams trying to play that bridge end up messing up a good game. So now we look at the circle here. Lava Siphon and Oblivion is once again right there in the middle. Aurora, a team that likes to play zone, does have that center zone as of right now. Boogie Boarders are also in there. Lots of teams rotating to get down there. Legacy still in Geyser. They don't have to do anything. They can play this edge as long as they want. There's no urgency that they need to have. They are sitting in first, and they are basically all but qualified. It is it's there really. There's no chance they really fall out of this.
Correct, and we do see a couple of our important teams here. We got NIP taking this south eastern wrap here to see if they can try to get into a halfway decent spot. It'll be a tough rotation from where they're at here, so we'll have to see what they can come up with in terms of rotating in. We see now Fnatic again still holding this kind of balcony side, overlooking Mango here on the bridge. Again, Fnatic, at least for now, will be in a halfway decent spot, and they do have the Watson, so they should feel pretty safe for now with the space that they have. But again, we've got Aurora out here in the middle. We've got VK Gaming holding up a good position in the zone here. A lot of our teams, again, that need points, that are outside the top 10, find themselves in some pretty strong positions when it comes to some power spots. You do see TTG is pretty spread out, so they will want to be careful of that. But again, a lot of our teams that need points are in pretty good spots right now.
Looking at Crazy Thieves, a lot of people thought that Crazy Thieves would dominate in this lobby, and they mostly have. They had some really good games. They also had some fights that maybe they got a little bit too aggressive on, but it doesn't really matter. They're at 46 points, doing well. Phony, Jen Burton, and Verholst. Household names in the Apex community. SAUL trying to fly into Siphon. They find a little area inside those cars, which can be dangerous. They're going to try and take it for now, a little bit now. Getting into a fight with FaZe. He's trying to get healthy. 18 squads left here in this one.
See here, FaZe trying to do anything with this fight here, as they do have the Fuse out along with the Crypto and the Wraith here.
Knuckle clusters, crazily enough, hits another silence, but there are so many grenades coming out of Nags' face right now. Citadel are fighting crazy.
In a pretty big fight here for FaZe if they want to have any sort of chance. They're going to win this, but now Peace coming in with a crazy angle here, and down goes Nags here. Now Sinek then goes down to Suvi. Again, Kyle was here. He would absolutely be punching the air, as now Peace gets another knock and going to be getting probably the full kill here soon, which just leaves Zane as the solo. And man, Unlimit really starting to pick up the KP department here, as we see Crazy Thieves also going down. Again, no real worries for them in terms of making finals, but obviously that'll probably hurt their seeding potential, as we do see NIP controlling this portion of the zone, trying to rotate in. They picked up a KP as well. So again, they're at 31 and pretty close, Wyatt, to hitting kind of that magic number of probably about 35.
You talk about a team that doesn't need to worry about it. I think NIP is a team that does need to worry about it because they're sitting at 31. Right now, the threshold's 21. It will go up, though, and they're not in the most ideal position. Remember, they're dropping at Dome. And Dome is one of those POIs where anything can happen. You can get two teams trying to rush up on you, or you could try to take a fight early and the other one third parties you almost instantly. So they need to just be careful and get any points that they can get. You do not want to throw away an opportunity to go to a finals lobby because of a bad POI. You got to make the most of it. They did make the most of their points, I would say, on E-District, but you still have 2 games left to go, including this one. So it's going to be imperative for Ninjas in Pajamas to just try and survive. You don't need to do anything special. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just survive. Get the points that you can get to just make yourself solidified in this top 10. Right now, I believe they were at 31. You can get to like that 38. I think you can be okay.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree here as we see Fnatic into the zone. And man, look at this poll here. We talk about NIP. They're going to be in a very rough position here with how this zone is polled very much more south than I think a lot of our teams would have expected. I'm not sure 100% who is like dead middle here. I believe that actually might be Fnatic. That is in a very good position here. But again, a lot of our teams, like I said, looking for that magic 35-ish number and to feel a little bit better about where they're at. We do see the Valkyl coming out, which appears to be 5 Fears. So they're looking to try to find a good spot in this zone. Again, they should have the info of where everybody's at. So they are going to be flying in for one of these low spots, which is a very rough spot to take, but they actually do find a way to get in as they have the Gibby and Watson combo here. So not too bad of a landing. Should be in a halfway decent spot for now. And also could potentially have some additional information that some of our teams don't have. So we will see how they're feeling. They're going to be chilling here.
And the Gibby's done well for them because not too many teams have been running the Gibby, but at least in their situation, they've been able to make the most of it. That bubble early on in the Lava Siphon zone kept them alive for just a little bit longer, despite the fact that Thieves were just staring down at them, kept them up for just a little bit. And that's all that matters sometimes.
Yeah, most definitely here. Again, we've got 16 squads still up here. We're going to see what Team Mango can do. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a listen-in. Nick can't quite hear anything going on right now in terms of Team Mango. But they're squaring up with VK Gaming inside there, along with SAUL down below here. And we see quite an interesting zone poll here. Which again, I think it's going to catch a lot of our teams off guard. So there's going to have to be a lot of rotations in to the southern west side of this zone. But again, we do have Fnatic here, which I do believe holds a spot in this next zone. Shouldn't be sitting in too bad of a spot. Now we now see that fight with Mango. Getting some kills on LD. I mean, this audio has been out for a while, so I'm very curious to know what's going on with that. We're just going to get gameplay noise here for now. We do get Boogie Borders making some exchanges with Grow Gaming here. Grow now with 2 knocks. And now we lose Boogie Borders, which is some good kills for Grow. And that could possibly put Grow in a position to have already been qualified here now. So they are feeling pretty good about themselves. We now see Mango getting the knock onto QQ, which is very bad for VK Gaming as one of our teams out on the outside looking in here. I believe that leaves them as a duo now. So they're going to have to see what they can figure out without QQ, who is definitely their main player here.
Easy Flash with the kill leader right now with 4 kills. Big shot from Slab right there. He's going to knock Jesco. Probably won't be able to push up on that, but that is a big shot right there. VK Gaming, in the meantime, goes down, leaves just 14 squads left. NIP getting some knocks. Karev getting some knocks. And that's critical points for NIP. As Citadel Gaming goes down at the hands of NIP. Big points for them. And when you look at some of these teams, Donnie, that are left in this one, if you look at the top of this leaderboard, all top 3 teams who are basically qualified can soak up a lot of these points, making that threshold a lot lower for some of the teams on the edge.
And we do see here Wolves wins a huge fight against NIP as they are able to take them out. Wolves was our 11th place team heading into this game. So that KP will be monumental for them. We see Legacy going down as Unlimit picks up more kills and feeling good about where they're at now. You've got Fnatic sitting now in that magical 10th place with 25 points. But again, one of the few teams that actually has found themselves in a building and holding down a spot in this zone. They obviously will be surrounded by quite a few teams here, and will have to be very careful with where they poke out. But again, Fnatic, at least in the meantime, in a halfway decent spot. As we do see Blinkster with his Kraber causing absolute chaos for a lot of our other teams, as Donut does go down to the Kraber. We'll have to see if they get the revive right now. I don't quite see a full kill, but here we go. Here is the on the line stats here. Fnatic holding 10th place with 25, but obviously Wolves, SAUL only within 1 and 2 points respectfully, and Aurora also in a good spot to potentially pass them with a really good game here.
Blinkster had to fix his sleeve really quick. You know, he had to take a second.
Wolves Esports taking to the sky is going to be looking for a new place to land and try to set up. That looks like they found it on these bins right here. They're going to take a step down, try to get set up, but they're going to take some damage in the process. Can they get the kills that they need to get? SAUL Legacy goes down, and that is tough for SAUL. They were on the outside looking in, I believe. Now trying to finish this off. It's all down to Crazy Kong. He's going to go down, and SBI.
SAUL also going down here as you could pick up some kills. See Slab getting some KP onto Crumbs, and now Team Mango also goes out here. Again, Monsoon also picking up some kills along with FYR, so that should help them. Again, Fnatic still sitting here in this 10th place with 27 points currently. Definitely looking to stretch this gap out to a lot of our other teams here. Again, really feeling bad for this broadcast because Dia and Tiff are probably popping off and there's no audio.
Yeah, I don't even know if they know that there's no audio. They might just be casting
I don't think
it.
they know.
They might have no idea. But there's nothing going on right now. They're trying to get it fixed. Meanwhile, Grow Gaming sitting on top of this car, and they're taking a ton of damage. Unlimit is trying to make it even harder on them as they start to throw in some damage. Crypto ult comes out. That car is a death zone for Grow Gaming. They are just trapped, and Unlimit has the opposite end of the car.
Oh, look at Peace. He's already got 2 kills. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Peace is going ridiculous right now.
What a great guy.
He is. Monsoon getting some more kills.
Oh my!
Big shot from Yuka
shot from Yuka here. My goodness, FYR does pick up a ton of KP there onto SBI, so that eliminates SBI from the lobby, leaving us with 7 teams here. We do see a couple more people going down in the kill feed. Again, a lot of fights popping off here. We see Grow Gaming go down here as again. That is 5 Fears also picking up on some kills on Aurora. So now we are down to our top 5 teams here with Fnatic, 5 Fears, Unlimit, and Oblivion and FYR. So 4 of our 5 teams already in the top 10. So really this is FYR's game to really make a jump here, and our other 4 teams to really try to solidify themselves into a finals spot for tomorrow.
Fnatic has the Storm on their back. Oblivion sitting up on top, but they're using that altar to try and get into some better spots. Big shot from Yuka. 5 Fears loses A-Flow. He's going to go down. They might not have any time to res that. Yuka F with the Kraber in his hands, using that Bangalore smoke to his advantage, trying to see if he can finish this thing off. Going to go for the shot, but it was blocked by the shield. Libelace going to drop Gop Gaps. Now they're going to try to push up, finish off this KP. Can they get the kill? There they go.
Oh my goodness. Yuka F going dancing here, going dummy stupid, some would say
going
on it.
Dummy stew.
This guy just moves at an incredible pace. Lots of knockdowns in his way, though. He's taking a ton of damage. Probably going to go down here, so Fnatic is down. It is the final 2. Oblivion, can they finish it off?
And
no.
Unlimit
is going to get it.
Shout out to them.
Unlimit, again, the team
Super
we've
happy
asked a
for
lot
them.
of questions about today, after being one of our top performing teams during the group stages, has finally found their form here. Again, we talked about that possibly with these Caustic and Newcastle teams no longer being in play, could they potentially be more aggressive against these comps that don't necessarily have the defensive capabilities to slow them down? And I mean, you just see the reaction here. It has been a stressful day, to say the least, but they have found their form at just the right time, and that is going to seal their fate into finals, which is definitely one that the crowd will absolutely love to hear.
Some might say just the right time.
Peace has no idea that he's ruined somebody's night tonight. Peace just has no clue. I mean, Peace just has no idea. Now, the stream might be restarting because they couldn't get that broadcast. I'm going to refresh this.
Yeah. Yeah, some audio issues, it appears. So we'll see kind of what's going on right now. See if we can maybe get a refresh and start hearing some of the casters here. While we wait for that, we do see the overall leaderboard. We've got Legacy in first, having cemented their spot. Unlimit in second, also cementing their spot. Oblivion, Crazy Thieves, Five Fears, Grow Gaming, and SPI Esports all feeling pretty good about where they're at. Even Ninjas in Pajamas and Fnatic all feeling somewhat decent, being at 35 here. Currently, the cutoff sits at 28. So we'll see, and you absolutely love to see that from Phony coming over.
I can hear her.
And a lot of very nice things to say. You can probably hear some background noise from our casters trying to see where the audio is at. Very unfortunate for them, because obviously you hate to see them not be able to do what they do at the top level, but we'll hopefully see them get back here very soon when it comes to the audio. But again, we will carry you guys through at the very least until they get back here. But again, pulling back up the scores here on my phone to kind of give you guys a good idea of what we are looking at heading into our last game here. As I figured the broadcast would probably be right back as they try to figure out the audio. Again, right now, Legacy, Unlimit, Oblivion, Crazy Thieves, Five Fears, Grow Gaming, SBI Esports, NIP, Fnatic, and Team Mango would be your 10 teams were it to end now. But we still have one more game. Currently, the cutoff sits at 28 points. But we do have FYR Strays with 26, SEUL with 24, Wolves with 24, Aurora 22, and then after that, we got a pretty big gap down to Boogie Borders at 13, Kinentrope at 12, VK at 10, and so on and so forth. It is going to be a tough one for a lot of these teams that are really outside the 20s. Again, realistically, the team that maybe can make a jump would be either Aurora, Wolves, SAUL, or FYR Strays. All of those teams sitting within 6 points of our cutoff here. But again, as we've seen with our other bracket stage matchups, a lot of things can change as time goes on. So even some of these teams that are feeling pretty good about where they're at, they still want to add a couple more points just to be safe. But again, I'd probably safely say Legacy, Unlimit, Oblivion, Crazy Thieves, all 100% have secured tomorrow. And then Five Fears, Grow Gaming, SBI Esports, basically there as well. And then NIP and Fnatic feeling somewhat safe, but again, they probably want to make sure they avoid the goose egg here, just to avoid any craziness potentially happening with some teams behind them. So yeah, what a performance though by Unlimit. I mean, very tough to see in terms of our picks for the day, but yeah, at the very least, we do get another Japanese team making it into our top 10. Oh my goodness. One more.
One more, boys. We made it.
All right, mute my frat boy ass so I can stand up.
Okay.
Cohen with the question of how many games do we think tomorrow will be?
I 8.
was going to say 10, but that would mean it would end on Olympus, so I'm saying 11. I'm going to go for a crazy final tomorrow. We get 11. Kyle says 10 because his mic is currently muted, but Kyle is thinking 10 because he wants it to end on Olympus because he's a sick fuck.
You ready? All right, we got 2 standing.
I'm up.
We got 2 standing.
I'm up here.
This is what we've got. Listen, this is probably our least viewed stream, and I still feel so much gratitude because I don't know why 8 people are watching us right now.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. I'm not sure either. I don't know why, and it dropped to 6. That's okay. You know? I get it.
You know what?
I get
guy's
it.
right.
This guy's right. Let's get the fuck
no,
out of here.
I get it. I absolutely get it.
It's for the epic
It's
moments.
absolutely insane that Unlimit was looking like an exit, and then the second they're not under the thumb of a Kyle bet, they're second place. They're second place.
Honestly, fuck you guys for that. But you know what? I'm happy.
I
that
think
you
at
made
this
it in.
point you have to just buy a jersey.
I think so.
Wait, when you guys did your tier list, was Unlimit the team that people were like, why don't you guys have them higher? But that was like all you 3. It was you, Jumba, and Jayhawk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to buy an Unlimited jersey at this point.
Yeah, we had just said that we weren't sure they could make it through the bracket stages. And I mean, again, it was looking like that was going to come home, but then they have decided to play some very crazy edge Apex, and it's worked. So big shout out to them. Again, I said it earlier, I love to be proven wrong. So great to see as we get... My goodness, this comms are going crazy.
This guy was fucking schmoovin'.
Yeah, Yuka's insane. Yeah, this should be the comms of Unlimit here.
I like how he's just looking for that shot. In the midst of chaos.
Shout out to Espro Beats from the UK. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shout out, brother.
We are about to die. It is 4:24 a.m.
No way.
It's 4:24 a.m. We've had to take some naps. Shout out the UK.
My brain feels like mush.
Some Premier League action today. I got my Nottingham Forest jacket on.
To hear nothing but the sound of the crowd
Shout out Nottingham Forest.
roaring for Fnatic, and then subsequently for
Forest.
Unlimit as they took
They
the
suck.
victory. And
They're bad.
They suck, dude. I wish they didn't suck so bad.
does Yuka live up to taking a look at that final
I'm here.
circle? What you
We're
just
here.
barely missed is the Kraber shot he had on the only Gibraltar in the lobby,
Oh, this isn't
completely
right.
changing the course of that game.
This
It's
is
anybody's game.
I mean, this is this is in a pro league. This is even in the tournament.
Yeah, I was like,
look at
hold
the
on.
team names that are on here.
I was like, Pioneers. I was like, who's Pioneers?
There it is. There it is.
So again, we've got right now Team Mango.
Wait, Unlimited went all the way up to second?
Yeah. Team Mango.
Man, these guys really just
The
living
current
off fucking me.
cutoff, current cutoff at 28 points. But we got FYR Strays within 2. We've got SAUL within 4. Wolves within 4. And Aurora within 6. Everybody else down below, 15 or more points behind. So we'll need an absolute banger along with some help in order to qualify here. But again, a lot of our teams that are 35 and above feeling pretty good. Again, anybody that's above 40 definitely locked for tomorrow. 5 years grow, feeling pretty decent as well. But again, all those teams in the top 10, especially Team Mango, are going to need some additional points to really feel safe.
Final game, ladies and gents. Final game.
Aussies win.
Necessary to move yourself into the top 10. And then, of course, you've got VK Gaming, FaZe Clan, Seriale, and Citadel, for which a win will not suffice. You need something more like a miracle.
Final game.
And if there's better time to have it, it is now. Match number 6 on the horizon for elimination round 2. It's do your best or go.
Lots of Mad Maggies.
Our final game on
Lots of Sears. I say lots. I just saw
There's
one.
an Ash.
I did see an Ash.
So when you think of
Oh, that's the boys right there.
safety, we haven't got
Fuck it, I'm buying a jersey.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You have no choice. You have no choice. Number one Monsoon fan. No, you're not.
To forgive your rotations.
The lighting is going stupid mode. Just blinding everybody. Just going crazy.
Some would say dummy stupid.
Yeah.
Go, dummy stew.
But here we go. Game number 6, ladies and gentlemen. The top 10 teams after this game will be moving on to finals Saturday/Sunday, wherever the hell you're watching this from. Tomorrow, essentially, is probably the best way to word it for everybody. Or today, since it's, the fucking morning.
This would be so funny if Unlimit just won this set. It would be just the funniest thing.
But we see here, again, on board with Unlimit, our winners of our last game and currently 2nd overall in the lobby. Again, they have locked themselves up to be playing tomorrow, which, again, Japan, stand up. You love to see it for them. Fnatic down in 9th place. Again, their point total would say that they're pretty close to being 100% guaranteed. But again, with how things have played out, these teams that sit 8th, 9th, 10th typically are going to need some points to hold on to their spots.
You just got to survive, right? Like, you just got to find a way to survive and survive as long as you can. And you just got to hope that some of these teams near the bottom just kind of start killing each other off, because then you don't have to worry as much. This is a lot more of a pad than we had before the group stage was over, right? That group stage pad was extremely close. This one has about 10 points in between. So there's a lot of opportunity here for these teams to kind of just relax a little bit and just try and get themselves into a good spot, coast, get you some points, make it to final Sunday.
Yeah, most definitely here as we see again Aurora here at Big Mod as we get the zone pop. It's going to be very similar to what we saw earlier in the winners bracket. So again, VK
Oblivion.
Gaming over at Overlook. Could have a decent rotation in. 5 Fears, Legacy, Wolves, Crazy Thieves, all already inside our circle with Oblivion making their way there as well. Again, teams like Girl Gaming, Kenotrope, SAUL could have a little bit more of a longer rotation. Obviously, NIP as well coming from Dome, but it looks like Boogie Borders is trying to square up onto Aurora right now, which could be the perfect third-party situation for NIP because Boogie Borders is desperate for the KP here. So do they decide to get super aggressive? And then can NIP time up their third party correctly? We will have to wait and see.
Oblivion already in zone once again. Dawn, they've been so good at wasting literally 0 time getting into the next spot.
Yeah, it's just been really solid play by Oblivion. Again, you usually can expect that part of their game to be really cooking well, but it's great to see. But again, we're going to see a giant pile up here as Citadel Gaming is negative rotating towards Boogie Borders. But now our first fight actually ends up being Crazy Thieves here as getting involved as they get cracked on the part of Verholst and Jen Burton, but they're going to heal up here.
They're one of the lower stakes teams in this.
But now we can see that fight over in Big Mon starting to kick off as now CTG picking up the full kill onto Raki here. We're going to have to see Boogie Borders back up here to try to see if they can stay alive here because otherwise they'll be going home. Now Remix Powers is going to have to be very careful. He gets shot from Aurora here and down he goes as Aurora decide to push this here as now Zuni is super low as well. Cash also low. He gets knocked by Kurev from deep here. And now CTG into such a terrible position here now as NIP is going to look to try to get those kills. Serial with SAUL in a big situation here as we see Jesco getting the full kill here onto Ein. And this is going to be a very tough spot for Seriali as well. So again, all these teams that are desperate, you kind of expected this game to probably pick up the pace here as so many teams need these extra extra kill points. So, I mean, you're seeing teams like SAUL that doesn't normally like to play this style is going to try to pick up kills. And so many other teams, I mean, again, you saw 4 teams down in that big mod area, all trying to fight for some KP. So, looks like CTG is probably the one that came out worse for wear. I know Boogie Borders had lost one as well, but both teams may be able to reset if they're able to back all the way up. But I mean, if you're NIP there, I mean, that's like one of probably 3 or 4 points you really needed to kind of solidify yourself into tomorrow.
Yeah, so SAUL sitting at 12th with 25 points. They're going to move their way through. Yuka F is going to go down. Probably just one of those long-range kills. Meanwhile, Wolves Esports
Wolves gets knocked here, but that is a full kill onto Yuka F, though, so that could be some trouble for Fnatic. And we do see Remix Powers also bleeds out, so that should leave CTG as just a pure solo here. And Wolves also losing a member here. I'm assuming we'll get full kill by the time he gets back. I will be very surprised if they allow this full.
Jen Burns looking to walk up
and
here.
No Name does go down here, so that leaves Wolves as a duo now. I'll have to wait and see if Crazy Thieves decide to get aggressive here and push that. But yeah, we also saw Yuka F going down in the kill feed. We'll have to see if he can get revived. Citadel Gaming, he does get the double revive, so we'll see what happens. But Aurora has chased this, though, so can they truly survive this revive here? I am not so sure.
Uchako going to take the height on this. He's going to try to get some kills onto CTG. He's not going to be able to do so. Fnatic does get Yuka F back. He is rezzed. 1 kill for Aurora, and they need a godsend right now. Sitting at 14th with 23 points.
And Yuka F did get revived as well, I believe, off screen there. So that should put them back to a full 3-man. Aurora now backs out here as CTG was able to hit the balloon, but now Crazy Kong is down as the only member of Wolves here. Donut does go down. The Q comes in here. That's going to hurt really bad here. It does appear, and down goes Wolves Esports. Unfortunately, our first team that will be eliminated. They were down in 13th. Unfortunately, will not get enough points. Again, kind of a surprise given where we thought this team could be, but unfortunately, that is 0-7 to Wolves for the season.
Yeah, so Wolves is not going to be moving forward, but they can hold their heads up high because at least they're not the actual Wolves Premier League soccer team.
That's fair.
Might be one of the worst Premier League soccer teams in the history of the Premier League.
Yeah, that is a very good comp from Wyatt there. We do see here that Seriali looking to run here. Legacy potentially flying on top of him here. We'll have to wait and see, but NIP rotating through this geyser tunnel. They got to be very careful of Team Mango. We see Peace now picking up another kill. I believe that's 2 kills that potentially he's picked up here.
Shout out Peace.
Yeah, shout out Peace.
My guy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm never not placing a bet on Peace from now on. I'm doing the other 2 random, but I'm picking Peace.
You have to.
There
He's bodied you.
We see here.
He's owned me.
We see here Metro for Boogie Borders getting super aggressive on Kenotrope Gaming. That is going to be 2 members down of Kenotrope. Vols does refrag here. It's going to be a 2v1. The Wingman kind of clanking right now. He's got a Wingman and a bow here.
What the hell
and
is
down
this?
goes
What is this guy
Kenotrope
doing?
Gaming, which should result in now our second team officially heading home here from this losers round 2 bracket. And now Unlimited looking over the top of this. They get the knock on Taraki here, so this could be bad news for the boys over at Boogie Borders as the full kill will go out here. And we're going to have to see if Metro and Pana can run here. But we do see CTG is also rotating their way in here. So we got a big pile up here between CTG Unlimits and Boogie Borders here. Some good shots, but Remix will have to be careful as they're getting shot here by Unlimit. I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to try to rotate back, but Remix has got to be very careful here. Peace almost gets the knock here. And man, after all that, we just get the 1 kill.
Well, for some of these other teams sitting near the border of making it or breaking it, seeing some of these teams early on get killed is good for you. Those are teams you don't have to worry about. You can just focus on playing your game and knowing that you don't have those teams behind you. Serial might be another one of those teams as Grow Gaming is starting to move in. Noct is going to get a knock on one of the Serial members. Can they finish this off? Dropped is going to go down, though. So Keon and Noct have to be careful here.
We get the crypto ulti out here, trying to see if they can slow things down. Yeah, Ian Naga is going to climb up on top of this here to try to get this KP on to Grow Gaming. They do lose Rags in the scuffle here, so we'll have to see if Ein and Ianaga can back all the way out here to potentially look for a res, as I do believe that'll be Grow Gaming getting back to a full 3-man here. But unfortunately for Serial, they've got Unlimited in front of them.
Serial all but dead at this point, down to their final 2 members. Other teams holding them out inside the zone. Unlimit trying to get up into the streamer building.
Some semblance of stability here. We'll find a little area of pocket where we won't take ring damage, where we can guarantee that we have.
I'd love to see how many kills Yalari Man has at this point.
He has 0.
I meant like in the total of the tournament.
Oh, hey, Peace with a knock.
Oh, of course.
Peace gets a knock on the Panda here as Boogie Borders tries to rotate in the zone. Metro now being the only member left of Boogie Borders here. I gotta assume we're gonna get some shots down here. They haven't quite hit him yet, but Metro as the Revenant in a very precarious spot here. Again, Boogie Borders down in 15th. He's actually laughing about this right now, so at least he's in a good mood. I would not be if I was getting ready to get eliminated from this tournament, but given their situation they've been in, you know, maybe you can kind of see the lightheartedness of it. We didn't expect to get this far anyway, so we'll wait and see here if he gets full killed, as he is the remaining solo. As we get the update on the overall leaderboard, again, Team Mango still our cutoff here. They've moved up a couple points to 29. And we got FYR Strays and SAUL along with Aurora as our 3 teams here that I would say are within striking distance, potentially being able to pass them here. We do see Unlimited. That is an absolute whiff on the door, though. But the ball comes out. That is CTG getting into the mix of it. And CTG, after one of the better group stages we'll see a lot of these teams play, will go out and losers round 2, 07s. To Citadel Gaming here. We see VK Gaming now getting into the mix of it here with Aurora here, which could prove huge for Aurora, as Uchako is the only member left. Our team from Year 4 Champs is officially headed home here as VK finishes them off. And we will have a brand new champion guaranteed this year with Aurora going home. And great comments by Kyle here, as we do see Boogie Borders gets the respawn. And now our 10th place team here, Team Mango, it's at 31 here currently, trying to find a rotation in with the Wraith portal here. But now they're going to jump. They jump down onto Grow Gaming. He's got the back all the way up here. And this is going to be a very uncomfortable position for them to play in. We see FYR Strays now, another one of our teams that was on the cusp going home. Boogie Borders now goes down and out here. We are losing all of our teams that were down below the cutoff here. And so I'm not sure who really is left here below the cutoff. I believe the next closest team in our cutoff might be, we'll see here as it ticks by, SAUL. They are 3 points back, I believe, of our cutoff places. And again, that is 31. And here's Team Mango in that fight now. They get their first initial knock, and that is a huge KP for Mango. Now that moves the cutoff up to 32 now as we lose Grow Gaming from the lobby. Oblivion also picking up some more KP, cementing them with a better POI pick for next draft here. We see Gop Gap getting a knock with the Kraber onto Blinkster. We got Mike picking up some KP on to Phony here. But yeah, they're just in a load of trouble. Again, Crazy Thieves already qualified, but looking to get some better seeding going into the POI draft for finals. But I mean, again, the story right now, legitimately, basically SAUL is really the only team within striking distance. It's going to take an absolute miracle for VK Gaming or FaZe to qualify here unless they get an absolute juicer. Team Mango, though, into a fight here. The first knock goes down. They get an exchange of kills here, but that's 2 members down of Team Mango. Easy Flash trying to go crazy, and down he goes. So that is 32 points right now for Team Mango. That is officially the cutoff here. QQ now going crazy in the kill feed here. Gets 2 knocks, and that is 5 fears out of the lobby. They shouldn't have to worry as they should be qualified here. But again, 32 points right now is the cutoff. SAUL and I believe VK Gaming, the only 2 teams that are alive that can pass 10th place Mango.
And SAUL trying to clutch up. They do get a knock. SBI Esports is going to go down, and I believe that SAUL got some of those points, got some of those kills, so that's going to move up. Oblivion is now out.
The Fnatic here trying to live. They do cement themselves, though, with these points they picked up. They should be feeling good about where they're at.
SAUL got another one.
So they're happy here. SAUL putting on a late charge here. They picked up also a ton of placement on top of this. And so they are right there 1 point behind the cutoff here. Now they are tied, and it looks like they have taken the 10th place spot away from Team Mango. So currently it is SAUL and VK Gaming again, along with FaZe, the only teams that are still left that are at the cutoff or below the cutoff. It is our final 4 teams again. FaZe and VK Gaming will have to have a ton of KP and take the W in order to win here. VK Gaming now goes down, so I imagine that is too far away here. And then FaZe Clan as well. I just do not see it here getting enough points. And here it is, Unlimit again. Coming in, flying with the KP. But then SAUL as well here now have the high ground onto the members of Unlimit here. I believe there's still a sole member of FaZe. He goes down. So now it's just SAUL. It's just Unlimit here in a straight up 3v3. But the job is already done for SAUL as they have qualified into finals tomorrow, which is big for the program for a lot of the picks here that we had for some of these teams.
SAUL getting in there. I mean, Mango was like, okay, I think we're good. And immediately it shifted. Almost immediately, SAUL takes their spot.
Yeah, definitely was a combo of a couple picks that they were able to pick up as teams were rotating in, but just all that placement points that came flooding in as they progressed up the leaderboard there. Just an insane clutch up here by SAUL, who definitely will be upset probably with how they played specifically today. But all that matters is that they will be in our final tomorrow. So again, kind of playing for pride, playing for seeding. Unlimit here is the #1 seed coming out of this losers lobby. So what can SAUL move up to in order to get a better draft
Unlimit
position?
is first. They have won. They have won this lobby.
By, I think, a wide margin.
Yeah.
But we see Subi does go down here. Legacy picking up this first initial kill here. We'll see the ball go out here. Yulari Man does go crazy. He gets the first kill. It's just down to Peace here. And then Sharky is not full here. Sharky does go down. Can Peace clutch this up here? He tries to back up, but he can't. And SAUL, out of absolutely nowhere, is able to clutch up. Sharky, the experienced veteran himself, doesn't overly celebrate, but you know Rogers, the coach, is absolutely going to hype the boys up. You see, I believe that is Legacy. Hands. That poor guy. That's actually Jesco. He's got hands, face and hands here. Just could not believe where he was at. But again, the absolute clutch up by SAUL to qualify another APAC South team, making it into finals. And for myself, as a humble brag, that is going to be a nice 7 for 7 of my teams that I picked in my top 5, my dark horse, and my wild card all making finals.
All right. So that is it, boys and girls. Unlimit comes in, they sweep it up, and they win after being just egregious the first 3 games.
Yeah.
They were bad. They were very, very, very bad. But they have made it.
You know what? I'm flipping my tune. From now on, I'm rooting for Peace.
Yeah, you have to. You have no choice.
Put peace on the Ash, make him go crazy.
Make
That's all I'm
him go
saying.
crazy, and don't let them play E District. Just don't let them do it.
Skip that map.
Just don't let them do it.
But we'll wait here and just get the final confirmation of our 10 teams here as we see the final results for this game. SAUL with a nice 19 to finish up the lobby. Unlimit stamping in their first place with 22. FaZe there with 12, just a little bit too late, along with VK Gaming as well. A little bit too late as we'll see our EWC champions going home, along with our Year 4 champs of Aurora. But here's our confirmation of our 10 teams. We've got Unlimit, Legacy, Oblivion, Crazy Thieves, SAUL, NIP, Fnatic, Five Fears, Grow Gaming, and SBI Esports are your 10 teams joining us tomorrow in match point finals. I mean, what a day.
What a day.
There's peace right there, flashing the
What a
Unlimit.
dude.
There's peace right there. Ladies and gents, it has been one hell of a day.
Yeah.
And boy, are we tired.
We're
Thank you guys for
exhausted.
tuning in, as always. I believe it's 5 a.m.
It's 5 a.m.
It's 4:47, just
No way.
about.
Yeah.
It's been 3 streams. It's been fun. It's been great. We'll be back here tomorrow, ready for finals, live from the Almost Done Studios. We'll catch you guys soon. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
SBI roster can do.
Dia, this is it. We have our 20
My body
teams
hurts.